and we ain't never got a box again. Well, well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just, it feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't wanna talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies that then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
Was good. Salute to the family on this good Thursday. What's going on, y'all? How everybody feeling in the building on this good Thursday, man? Salute to everybody. Y'all smash the like button on the way in, man. If you catch it on the playback, y'all already know, man. Sub to the channel and come join the family. What's good with the fam, man? What's good? Being Boxing News, what's good with it? Hey, yeah, back from Barbados, man. Appreciate you, bro. Enjoy the trip, man. Safe travels, bro. Safe travels. Skills, my bro. What's good with the skills? How you feeling, Brody? Time to tell what's good, fam. LaMarcus, what's going on with you, bro? Yes, sir. Salute to you, bro. Miss Joette, salute to the queen. How you feeling today? Thrillhead, what's good, family? Mike Kirkland, what's going on, bro? How you feeling today? Edgar Chavez, Jersey is in the building. AJ64 was good. Mike, what's going on, my bro? What's good with you? Trey, what's good? How you feeling, bro? Undercard Boxing was good with it, my bro. What's good, man? How y'all feeling? Santel, what's good with it, bro? Ashley's Corner was good, cuzzo. Robert Blake, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, you know. I mean, hey man, we could only go off of what they say, right? You get what I'm saying? It ain't just Oscar that's saying this. Actually, Ryan Garcia that you know confirmed it as well. I mean, you make of it what you will. I'm really not the guy to really say what he did or didn't. I mean, if they lying, they lying. But I've been heard that they made a substantial amount of money fighting each other for sure. So it remains to be seen how much, but I'm pretty sure they made more money than they've ever made in their careers. AJ dry haircut, man. AJ, man, Man, Quincy Carter, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? And you see what I'm saying, Cuzzo? Hey, man, right on the money. Cecil, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling, man? 30 million reasons. I'll sign up for a TKO. You get what I'm saying? I'll get my liver socked out too, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll let Tank punch me in my ribs for 30 M's, man. But again, it's always a conversation with me. I know certain people, some people gonna say, they didn't make that much. I'm not really here to really argue what they saying they made, right? I get it. You feel like some people feel like, Oscar is pretty untrustworthy. You know what I mean? They feel like he'll say anything. You get what I'm saying? I get it. You get what I'm saying? But here go a statement right here from King Ryan, man, just so we could get into it. I know it was one thing to hear De La Hoya say it, but then another thing to hear a fighter back it up. So, I mean, I'm not here to argue what they did or didn't make. I just know this is what they put out here. And this is it's not out the realm of possibility for these dudes that had came off with this kind of money, man. They did numbers. You get what I'm saying? They did numbers. And a lot of people downplayed this fight. They called it an exhibition. They said they wouldn't pay for it. You know what I'm saying? It was a waste of time. I mean, hey, I think people was dead wrong with that one. You get what I'm saying? You see Ryan right here. He said the fight made over $100 million for the event. You know what I'm saying? He said he told everyone when you choose to make the fights that the people want, it will create big events. Not only that, but we showed everyone how to promote a fight in a generation. And I'm extremely proud to be a part of the event. See what I'm saying? So, King Rye is back in it, and then he also followed up with this as well. 30 M's, baby. So, I mean, people can have at it. They can say he didn't make it. I mean, hey, it's out there. I'm pretty sure, like I said, they made a substantial amount of money. And this also, this adds to the argument that people really should be looking and seeking out a fight with Tank Davis. That's just being real. If you're looking to make big money, whether you want to think it's 30 M's, 20, 10, whatever the case, these dudes made a substantial amount of money. They made millions of dollars, right? So it's safe to say that, Tank is the meal ticket, is the cash cow, man. And signing up to fight Tank is just not your typical payday. I mean, you stand to make life-changing money. Now, let's just focus on what's out there, right? I don't have anything to argue that they didn't make this money, right? So all I'm going to go off is what they say. If they made that much money, like I said, man, that's life-changing money at the end of the day. And any and everybody should really be signing up to want to fight a Tank Davis, to be honest with you. I mean, I would try to secure the biggest bag possible. I know that. I would fight Tank for this type of bread for sure. And I wouldn't hesitate. You get what I'm saying? Papa Pump said Ryan and Canelo say the PBC false, but you can have that thought if you want. It take more than 2 fighters to save the PBC, bro. And again, that's just like, to me, that's a goalpost move, because before it was the PBC was going broke. Now it's Ryan and Canelo save the PBC. You would love to think that. And how the hell did Canelo save anything? He didn't even have a single fight yet. You get what I'm saying? So that right there, that's a little leaky. You can have that opinion, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna take more than 2 fighters to keep a promotional company afloat. And again, this is just one fight, and Canelo ain't even had none of the fights under his deal yet, so I don't see how he saved him. You get what I'm saying? Here, Tank paid good for sparring. Ant McQueen, what's good with it, my bro? How you feeling? And then the easy way would be to kind of credit it to 2 fighters, but you got to credit to the promotional companies for making the deals happen. You get what I'm saying? PBC is where it's at, and that's all Canelo just showed people in the long run. Canelo just showed people where the money is at. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can say what you want. You ain't gonna hear about him losing money over there in the PBC the way they say he was losing money for the zone. So that's another thing, and that's another thing where I don't agree that he's saving the PBC, because he was just on a platform where they said they was losing money on him. So you get what I'm saying? I don't see how coming somewhere and not having a single fight yet could save a promotional company that's already been doing well since they started. Kizzy, what's going on with it, bro? Arn versus Tank rematch. Grease with Fire was good with it. I tell you what, Ryan Garcia talking about fights with Fimo and different stuff. I mean, he got some fights for him at 140 for sure. I just know him and Oscar De La Hoya is going back and forth a lot right now. And, you know, they got some legal battle going on, but, you know, I hear that they, you know, Oscar don't have no direct contact with, you know, Ryan Garcia. And they definitely at odds. But according to Oscar, you know, Ryan got several more years under his contract. So we're going to see how that work with them two dudes being at odds, man. Hopefully it don't slow him down because he need to continue to make fights, you know, build off this. You lost in this fight, but you was a part of a meaningful fight, man. You could just keep the ball rolling by making more meaningful fights. It's a lot of smoke at 140, man. And with Derrick James, you know, at the very least, like I said before, I think he'll be a much improved fighter, or he'll be a considerably improved fighter, should I say. Haney's not a draw. Nope. According to the numbers, man, you know. I hate that that's the case, but that's what the numbers say. Oscar said the contract, yeah, he did 7 more years. You know what I mean? The Spence be butt ass, yeah. It's going to be a lot of people face I'm want to see. It'll sell, but not like Ryan and Tank. I'm telling you, yeah, them Tank numbers just hit different. Them Tank numbers hit different, man. That's the meal ticket, man. That's the lottery ticket, man. You just being honest. It's just what it is. You get in there with Tank Davis, you stand to make your biggest payday up to date, man. It's hey, and if you smart and you got an opportunity to fight him, you'll do that. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of anything people talking about, that's what you want. You want you'll get 2 for 1. You'll get legacy, and in my opinion, and a payday. You get what I'm saying? That'll be a big win for anybody on their resume. I don't care what people talking about. Since I remember my Chris Colbert negotiating to be Tank's first opponent post-prison. It's all respected for Colbert taking that type of fight after the Riot fight, man. That'd be crazy. I wonder what he gonna do next. I do wonder what fight he gonna give us, though. You know what I'm saying? But that'd be interesting if he was to fight Chris Colbert. I think he'll knock him out, though. I ain't even gonna lie. I just think he'll be hitting entirely too hard for Chris Colbert. I think Chris Colbert will be in a box for a little while, but I think he'll get knocked out. I really do. But I still watch it, though. You know what I'm saying? Ryan the Tank was a perfect recipe to sell. I'm telling you, Quincy, that's a fact. It captured the imagination of you know, both the casual and the diehards to me. And I feel like that's a recipe to win. You can't lose when that's the situation. You get what I'm saying? You can capture the imagination of both of the fans, the diehards, the casuals, even the people that don't really watch boxing, just want to be part of the event. You got to factor those people in as well. Like that's a situation where you really can't lose when you put two guys like that with the followings that they got and the kind of pull that they got. You put those two forces together and you get exactly what they got when they fought. A sellout event, you know, record-breaking numbers and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little just doing. Ryan made 30 million. Where did his news come from? You know, okay. I mean, shit, he said it himself right here. He tweeted it, and then you got, I mean, or whatever, he posted it, and you got him and Oscar is both saying this, but I've heard something like this before, way before this point, y'all. I just want y'all to know that. So I don't really, you know, I know some people gonna look at those numbers and they're gonna be like, he didn't do this, but I can't refute it, right? I'm not in the business of trying to say he didn't make it. But what I am saying is what we do know, whether it's 30 mil, or 20 mil, or 50 mil, or whatever, however much, we just know what I'm saying is boxing is in a very good place. And we know those dudes made a lot of money, right? I don't have the exact numbers. You can only go off what they say. I know people don't feel like a Ryan and a you know, De La Hoya is trustworthy. But like I said, I really don't have the information to refute it. It'd just be me saying what I think. So you could think they didn't make it and it's all good. But what we do know is these dudes made some real money. A little Just Do is finally home. He is home. He in the back cutting up. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but he's in the back cutting up a second ago. Man, he greedy. He home already, and he greedy, man. All he want to do is eat. Be happy, certainly could do that. I'm telling you, man. I watch it, Cobras too. Like in the ass, I think Tank punching power just be entirely too much for him at this point, man. I think he'd break him. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll have to fight him at 135 and stay there. He'll get himself hurt bad. You get what I'm saying? He'll get hurt pretty bad. You get what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it at the end of the day. Them dudes definitely got paid, bro. Drew the Ben was good with it, bro. Teach was good with it. Appreciate you, fam. She doing good as well, man. I know she gonna need her a nice nap. So I'm gonna make sure she get her a good rest when I get off of here if little man is still up. But he just as alert as you wanna be, man. And he greedy. Appreciate you asking that, but everybody is good, so I'm at peace right now. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, I agree with Ryan's sentiment about giving fans the fight. And that's really what this is about for me. I'm not really stuck on the 30 million because I know that it's going to be people that's going to refute that, right? But I'll just go off what we do know. We do know they put up numbers, right? We do know they gate made a substantial amount of money. Like they came off crazy. So I don't think it's out the realm of possibility to think on the back end that these dudes could get a boatload of money. And I think that's what the situation is. You get what I'm saying? So you got an event that made over $100 million. You better believe they got a nice piece of that. You know what I'm saying? You better believe they got a nice piece. And I agree with his sentiments. Like when you give the people fights that they want to see, this is what could happen. And I'm not saying Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are going to do the same numbers or do better. But I think because that is a fight that the people truly want and it's worth our time, money, and attention, it's worth us talking about it, it's worth the conversation. I think that fight would do, significantly great numbers as well. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not into predicting numbers and things like that, but I could just say based off the from my outside looking in, I think it's a genuine interest in this fight, and people really want to see who the better fighter is out of these two dudes. Despite what people think and who they're going with, people still want to see this fight between EJ and Buzz. So I think it's going to deliver, man. I think it's going to deliver. I think it's going to, add value to what Ryan is saying right here. When you give the people a fight that they want, it's going to do well. And this is proof of it. Him and Tank, I think, is proof of it, man. So I hope everybody really do. When they hear these numbers, instead of people trying to speculate whether they really got it, was it 30, was it 25, or was it 20? Like, I don't really care. I just know that they got paid significantly well for delivering a fight that people had a genuine interest in seeing. So, again, if people continue to follow this recipe and give us these type of fights, man, boxing is going to be very alive and well, man. I think they can grow the sport. If they just follow the recipe, this works. A fight that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Ryan and Tank made sense because of him clout chasing for so long and him having a social media following, still finding a way to be undefeated. You get what I'm saying? There's little things that made this fight intriguing, that matchup, and people wanted to see it. And you get what I'm saying? And a lot of people obviously paid attention to it and wanted to see it. So I think it made sense for a lot of different reasons. And the same reason why, EJ and Bud make sense for the right reasons is for all the marbles at 147 is to prove once and for all who the better fighter is at the welterweight division and out of them too. So again, I think it's going to be on par pretty much with Ryan and Tank to do some great numbers, man. Like I ain't saying it's going to break their numbers or beat it, but pretty sure they're going to do pretty damn well is what I'm saying. So we going to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm very hopeful that this fight, or very, optimistic that this fight going to do well. These impressing Tank for a fight. This is a cash cows, a clear sign. They spook who on weight 8 figures. I'm just saying who would, man. If you got an opportunity to fight that man, fight him. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get you that bag, man. Especially if you feel like you the man. And that's go for anybody. I don't have no specific fighter in mind. I'm just saying anybody. Really feel like you the man, there go one way to prove it, man. You get what I'm saying? You damn sure gonna get your money fighting him. So you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get heavily compensated for the ass whooping if you lose. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. But $30 million is a lot of money for a young fighter, man. And it ain't even over for him. You get what I'm saying? His career is it shouldn't be nowhere near over. He's very young. He got a new trainer in Derrick James. I know he's looking to get better and improve. And we gonna see what he can do under the tutelage of Derrick James. Wake up well rested and throw a couple stacks. I'm not bring swelling down. Right, break the swelling down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Cash should make it all, make the ass whooping worth it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, look, boxing, I think at the end of the day, I'm really looking at the fact that I think boxing is in a good place when you got guys that could stand and make this kind of money. You get what I'm saying? And again, I want to make a point. You know, a lot of times people argue about if belts matter or not. And again, I've said this time and time before, belts matter when they're attached to a fighter of some substance, of significance, right? When you are a quality fighter and you got belts attached to your name, like you earned belts, I think you give the belts the value, right? But in this particular case, when you are a Tank Davis, you get what I'm saying? And in Ryan's case, in their case, they just put, because of their followings and the intrigue behind the fight as to who will actually win, because you had people really feeling like Ryan could beat Tank. You get what I'm saying? Look, it did well, man. It made sense for all the right reasons, man. I'm telling you, it made sense. It really did. You had people that really thought this man would lose to him. Tank didn't get Spence type beating, so Ryan made it out good. You get what I'm saying? Need that 30. That's what I'm saying. Let me get that 30, man. Let me get that 30, bro. Let me get that 30. Let me get it, man. So, Fish Grease, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. William, old school, my brother, what's good with it? How you feeling? Man. And again, man, you want that type of money, you just know who you got to fight. That's all. You want that bag, you know who to fight. You get what I'm saying? You want some legacy to go with it, you know who to fight. You want that 2-for-1 special, you know exactly who to fight, bro. And make no mistake about it. So, man, again, man, salute to these dudes for going out there and making that bizag and showing people that boxing is alive and kicking, man. We still don't know the Bub Spence pay-per-view price. I'm assuming it's gonna be about $100. About $100, you know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be about $100, you know what I'm saying? You know they're gonna charge us about $100, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that's gonna be. But again, like I said, man, boxing is thriving when two dudes can make this much money on any given night. And like I was saying, you know, in their case, they made it so belts didn't matter. So when people say belts don't matter, well, I can't say when people say it. When I say it and I put, you know, some perspective to it. In their case, belts did not matter. They were able to still make a substantial amount of money. They was able to bring a lot of people out, sell out, all types of stuff, have some record-breaking numbers, and do extremely well for themselves. You get what I'm saying? So in their particular case, belts would not matter. You get what I'm saying? C. Dewberry, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling, bro? Question just, do you think the fruits of the fight free Ryan up to focus a bit more? You know what? I say this, man. I said he had two ways he could go right after this fight. And because we all figured he'd lose him by knockout, and we seen how he lost, right? It could have been a lot worse. So he did. He didn't get off. He got off kind of easy. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a lot worse for him. So I said it was two directions he could go after that. You either go, you know, tuck your tail and don't try to get better and just skate by off your name and your social media following and you know, just be a popular fighter, but just not a great one. Or you could start going after the smoke. Now, I don't know exactly what direction he's going to go in terms of the smoke, but what we do know is he's at 140 where it's not safe at, right? And I think with him making the move to Derrick James, it shows some type of intent to at least want to get better. So in my mind, I'm thinking he's going to want to make some meaningful fights. You're going to get with a teacher trainer like Derrick James, somebody that's successful. You must want to win. That's what I think. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to give him that benefit of the doubt and say that he gonna try to make it work with Derrick James and really try to go for it. So he, like you say, he might just focus up more because of this. You know, maybe, you know, him not fighting for money makes him comfortable. You get what I'm saying? Who knows? So we gonna see. But we gonna see if him having his belly full, you know, stop him from being an improved fighter under Derrick James. 'Cause I really think he could. I think he can get a lot better if he just focus up. Added Nonito on the card. Yeah, that's a good move. Yeah, Ramos had to pull out. He had a hand injury. He had a hand injury. And of course, he wanted to push through it, but his team and his people suggested that that wasn't a good idea. So, you know, he didn't do it. JERMELL versus CANELO. Yeah, Bob Arum seems to think that JERMELL CHARLO getting knocked out in 6-7 rounds. He said he got CANELO knocking JERMELL out 6-7 rounds. I thought that was pretty interesting. I just don't see that. Like, again, I know people making a big deal out of the size, but for some reason, I just don't think that's going to be that big a factor. It's going to be about JERMELL CHARLO and his focus on the night. Get what I'm saying? That man is switched on. I got him pulling off the upset, and I think he will be switched off. I'm rocking with Mel 100% on that. He already got an L, no longer focused on protecting the L. Right? He got the notoriety. Now he's got enough cash not to be concerned with having to fight for money. You get what I'm saying? It's possible. It's a combination of things that might have made him comfortable. And you know what? He said, you know what? I could really just go for it. You get what I'm saying? I went in there with Tank. That's what I'm saying. Like, he could start looking at things like, yo, if I went in there, because that's considering like conquering a demon. Now, you didn't beat him, but you got in there with him. So if you was ever fearful of him or anything like that, you really went in there and faced your fear against that guy. I went in there with one of the most devastating punches in boxing, right? So I've always said, man, I know nobody should be, you know what I'm saying? Nobody should worry you the way, you know, a Tank Davis could worry you. You get what I'm saying? Like, in terms of just that pins and needles type of situation where, you know, any given shot could knock you out. Like, I don't think nobody else could present that level of danger the way Tank Davis presented it for him. And what I'm saying is he might even see that and feel that way about it. Like, yo, if I got in there with Tank, man, I could get in there with all these dudes. And I hope that's how he think and how he feel. And I hope that's what we see from him. I want to see the dude really go out there and see what he could do under Derrick James. Like, we know Derrick James, what his way is. And it seemed like now, instead of Ryan focusing on speed drills and training, seemed like Derrick James got him training with intent and purpose. And it looks better on him. You get what I'm saying? Seems like it make a lot more sense the way he slowed him down and he got him working. So I like it. It's smart. So my thoughts is exactly, you get what I'm saying? So he got an opportunity, man, to do something, man. He got some you get what I'm saying? It's like he comfortable. He like, yo, I could really push this boxing stuff. So if he really to the point in his career where he's ready to work towards being a really good fighter or a great fighter, not just a popular fighter, then we're gonna see that from him. If he's still, you know, trying to cut corners and things like that, I think the truth going, you know, reveal itself. But I'm optimistic that if he buys into the tutelage and the knowledge of Derrick James, he'll be all right. He just got to be smart and understand what kind of position he's in as a young fighter. He's in position to really do something. Man, with dog, he come fight the best. I'm telling you, I think Mel's coming to win, man. Angel Garcia was killers at 140. You know what I'm saying? Right, Dewberry, 100%, bro. JJ, salute. And I think he will. You get what I'm saying? This fight is too big. It's too big. It's too meaningful, too important for him to go in there. And, you know, you go in there, you in the ring fighting that by yourself, but you still go in there with a team. You get what I'm saying? And you got your guy. You got your guy in Derrick James. And again, Charlo has experiences, right, to back up, like, what happens when he listens to Derrick James. You get what I'm saying? He got a couple situations that worked out for him. We all know the Castaño rematch, Tony Harrison rematch. Like, you get what I'm saying? Those fights, the difference in those fights was temperament, attitude. You get what I'm saying? And simply just listening to your corner. You get what I'm saying? And not making those mental mistakes that he was making in the first fights. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think he's going to come into this fight switched on. He definitely going to listen to Derrick James because it would be foolish not to. You get what I'm saying? And I think they're going to whip up a game plan and they're going to come in the best shape possible for that win. Like he already said, he want Charlo coming in from like 162, 164 or something like that. Not packing on a whole bunch of muscle and weight. He want him to be light on his feet. And I'm telling you, if you see the way Charlo training, I think he already, you know, training to be, you know, light on his feet, go to the body and get in and get out. And I think that's going to have to be like somewhat of a strategy to employ against Canelo to beat him. Salute to my bro Mike Kirkland in that super chat for always giving Ryan's just due. He already fought probably the toughest. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So he's like, if he really, you get what I'm saying, Mike? If he really about this boxing life and he taking it serious, he really got to look at it like, yo, I just fought Tank. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's one of the most dangerous guys in the sport. Like, if I fought him, I'm pretty sure I can hang with some of these other dudes as well, if not beat them. And then you got to think you added Derrick James into that makes a successful teacher trainer that's known for winning and putting you in the best position to win. And then you might have a much improved fighter with Ryan Garcia, and he might make him a lot more dangerous because even with him, with the raw talent and skills that he come with, he presents a level of danger for people, right? With that speed and he got good power, right? Good body shots, stuff like that, right? He do make some mistakes that people will exploit, but he still, with his raw talent and skill, he still present a certain level of danger. Now, if you improve that guy, now you make him considerably more dangerous. You get what I'm saying? I think that's reasonable to say. Like, he improved a nice bit under Derrick James, that could make him a much different fighter.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro Mike Kirk. I agree. AJ Mel is just crazy not to know he's supposed to lose. You get what I'm saying? He ain't coming for a black belt. What's good, family? I don't think you could cut corners and stay with D. James, and I think I'm on 40 after a couple of fights. Ron could mess around, stop both Lopez and Haney. I'm telling you, a black belt, man. He appreciates you, Mike. Black belt, I'm telling you, man, I think under Derrick James, if he buy, and I don't think so either. I don't think you could cut corners. That's why I said it'll come to the light if that's what he doing, because I don't think Derrick James will tolerate it. And Drew Gray, what's good with the family? How you feeling? I'm always overconfident, Mel, coming to hurt him. Hopefully he can pull it off. Right, man. I'm very hopeful he can pull it off, man. I think he can pull it. I don't even want to be hopeful. Like, I'm optimistic, should I say. I know Mel got the skill set, you know, the IQ and things like that to pull off this win. The guy that I've been seeing in the last 3 or so fights, it ain't been super impressive to me. The last 3 to 4 fights, it ain't been super impressive to me. That's not, respectfully, the guy that I'm seeing in Canelo Alvarez in these recent fights, that's not some supreme world beater. You get what I'm saying? That don't look like somebody that's unbeatable at all. You get what I'm saying? You got people just dispelling JERMELL and just thinking that, you know, he ain't fought at 68, so he's just coming in there to get knocked out. But I don't know, man. John Ryder took Canelo's best shots, and I think we all know Jermell Charlo is a considerably better fighter than a John Ryder. And then that man got a beard on him. You get what I'm saying? Mel Charlo got a hell of a beard. So, and he's defensively responsible, so I don't think he's going to be in there to just get caught with stupid shots. I think he's going to fight a smart fight. I think Derrick James is him. They're going to whip up a hell of a game plan, and he's going to go out there and execute because he has, you know, history, you know what I mean, in the past of being very successful. When you listen to Derrick James in the Castaño rematch, not only was he able to create separation in the fight, showing that he was a better fighter than Castaño, but he created the separation, was beating him up, then he knocked him out, broke him down, knocked him out, got him out of there, like stopped him. So, and that was due to listening to Derrick James and executing a game plan. You get what I'm saying? Regular style is a bad matchup for Canelo. I'm telling you from the outside. I'm telling you, bro, black belt. Facts, bro. Take advantage of him, man. You know what I'm saying? Box his ass. Skywalker boxing, my bro. What's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? You know what I'm saying? Box his head off because you can do it. You can do it. I ain't saying it's going to be easy, but I feel like use every bit of boxer that he is. You get what I'm saying? It's about execute. You know what I mean? That dude, Canelo, don't throw a ton of punches. We know in the first 4 rounds, he's particularly dangerous. That's when he like to empty the tank a little bit. He like to go for the gusto. He throw a lot of big punches early. You get what I'm saying? Early in the fight, that's just something he do. And I think by round 4 or 5, he start to simmer down just a bit. And I think that's where Mel could start to go to work. I think he need to be very smart, very early for sure, especially, like I said, that first quarter of the fight or so. You know what I mean? Be switched on. And I think after that, start going to work, man. I really do. Control the pace for the first 4 to 5 rounds. Don't let Canelo get crazy on you. You know he's going to try to swing and land something big. That's just how he been fighting. Just look at the last few fights. That's what he does. He He goes forward early, and then he simmers down to in the middle to late of the fight, and he's like goes through the motions, and he do just enough to win if you allow. I think the difference is you see that method didn't work for him when he fought Dimitri Bivol. He blew his load in about 4 or 5 rounds, went out there swinging all hard, landing a lot of arm punches. Bivol blocked a lot of that stuff. Then, like I said, right around round 5 or 6, he start to simmer down. And then now you got a guy like Dimitri Bivol that was able to push the pace because he's in condition good enough to do so, right? So he started to push the pace on Canelo. Then you start to see him have some issues in there. You get what I'm saying? And I think the same could happen with Charlo. You just got to do that. You get what I'm saying? Let him shoot his load because I believe that's something he's going to do. You get what I'm saying? Early, that's just how he be fighting. You know what I mean? And, you know, push the pace on him late in that second half of the fight. Take over, man. I think it's possible. It's a guy that constantly slows down in the back half of fights. I've seen it fight after fight after fight. I've seen it. Man, he can stand and collapse in that ring. You see what I'm saying? AJ, how he's breaking him down. D-Free, my bro, what's good with a D-Free? How you feeling? So Joanne Guzman had Mel working on a body attack. That would be interesting considering most opponents neglect to go to Canelo's body. You get what I'm saying? Because they be too worried about what he got coming back. You get what I'm saying? Siobhan Hall, salute fan. Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling, bro? Y'all smash the like button, man. We just gonna cook for a while, you know. We gonna keep chopping up. But like I said, that's a matchup that I want to see. And I've seen different predictions. Like I said, Jose Benavidez Jr. is picking, you know, Charlo for the upset. You know, he got Charlo beating Canelo. You get what I'm saying? And probably for some of the same reasons as us rocking with Canelo, because we're not just going with the name. We going off of what we see, skill set and you know, things, you know, certain attributes that I think Charlo has that can give Canelo problems. Charlo got a hell of a jab. Get what I'm saying? You keep a jab in his face. You got a height and reach advantage over this guy. Get what I'm saying? Canelo got a ton of fights, but that's going to be a good and bad thing. That's going to be the reason he's crafty and he's able to navigate these rounds and things like that, because he got a ton of experience, but at the same time, that ton of experience at this stage of his career is also considered to be wear and tear. So you got to look at that and take it for what it is as well. Consider the fact that, yeah, you experienced and you got a lot of fights under your belt. You got a ton of fights, but at the same time, each fight you're getting older, buddy. And Jermell Charlo is in his physical prime, in my honest opinion. I think he could really go out there and shock a lot of people. It ain't gonna be easy at all. Canelo ain't going down like no sucker, right? But it ain't impossible, bro. You know, we're gonna request a small ring. He probably will, Skywalker. If he do that, you know what time it is, right? I would hate that. That'd be weak. Canelo comes forward in that high guard, baits engagement, fires that left hook, wrench, wash, and repeat. And I'm telling you, bro. And he shoot his low. He love throwing them hooks. He'll abandon the jab. He'll go hook happy uppercuts. Like, he got sharp uppercuts and he got some hard hooks. He do some real good body work as well, but he's just not a very busy fighter. And he can be predictable at times, especially in this later stage of his career, man. He's a bit predictable, man. He goes through the motions. It's like he tries his hardest early, and then after that, he simmers down. If he can tame you, if that initial burst in them 4 or 5 rounds could kind of tame you and neutralize you enough not to try to get too crazy with him, then he'll just go through the motions and do just enough to beat you, in my opinion. You'll see flashes, and he'll fight in these spurts. That's what Jermell Charlo could take advantage of, the fact that he fighting those spurts like that, man. You really can take advantage of that. Get what I'm saying? And that's usually what he does. If he can tame you from that initial onslaught in that first 4 to 5 rounds and keep you kind of honest, then he'll just do enough to go through the rounds, and you'll see that. And he won't really, you've seen it with John Ryder. He didn't go balls to the wall to try to get no knockout. He just was, doing enough. You get what I'm saying? I ain't knocking him. I ain't saying it's a bad performance, but he didn't just, he didn't go all out. You look like he had a wounded animal in front of him, and he just didn't close the show. The Canelo of yesteryear would have closed the show, in my opinion. He would not only broke John Ryder's nose, he'd have broke his will and got him up out of there. Good brother, you keep it stacked. Appreciate you, Survive. Always, man. I just like the clean boxing talk out of the love for the sport. Appreciate you stopping through as well. She doing good, well, man. Her and the baby boy just came home around 3-something, a little bit before I got on here. So everything is good. She about to get her some rest. I'm going to cook with y'all for a minute, and then I'm going to go make sure everything is good with her. Hope Mel got his stamina up. Yeah, man, just smart. It's all about pace too, AJ. That's one thing I noticed, pace and not, not a lot of wasted movements and doing things that'll help deplete your gas tank. You get what I'm saying? Doing stuff that makes sense. Not languishing on the ropes, not allowing Canelo to constantly fire off to the body because you sitting on the ropes. No standing in front of them. You know what I mean? Get yours and get out. Don't be greedy. It's just going off of the things that I'm saying. I think that's reasonable approach for him, and those are things that he definitely can execute at a high level. He just got to be smart and switched on. And punishment like Bevel on the arms, right? I mean, that's a good question. Bevel is pretty good. He had a nice size over Canelo. I think is right. I think his defense is good enough to avoid getting like battered. You get what I'm saying? And I think that gives him a great chance at winning. Like, I don't think he's just gonna be sitting there for the punishment. See, Bevel, although Bevel was, he accepted, he was taking a lot of that stuff on the arms. I don't think, Charlo will want to sit there and take it on the arms, right? I mean, but I think he has the chin to withstand the punishment for sure. I think he has the defense to kind of, weather this storm that Canelo was going to bring. Like in that first initial quarter of the fight, I'm telling you, he usually brings it. And then he, you get what I'm saying? He kind of shoot his load a little bit and he just becomes complacent after that. And I think, and we all know he fights in these spurts. I'm telling you, if he can tame you with these big shots early, it's like you play into his hands because he gets you not to try very hard because he done caught you with some substantially big shots early. And that's probably playing in your mind. So when he get to the middle rounds where he like to take his foot off the gas and not work as hard, you get what I'm saying? That's what he do. And you got to know that's what he doing and take advantage of those moments where he don't want to work. And I'm telling you, Canelo is very good at bluffing and doing a lot of nothing in there. Coming forward, you know what I mean? And bobbing and weaving like I've seen it fight after fight, man. So it's like for the ones that know, they're going to pick up on it. And I think JERMELL Charlo is smart enough to pick up on a lot of the stuff that Canelo like to do in there and neutralize him. I'm right. I think Mel got the most experience out of all Canelo opponents, except for like 2 time of their fights. You get what I'm saying? This would be one of the more, I think, fresher fighters, black belt that he's fought in some time now. You get what I'm saying? Okay, with Canelo fighting JERMELL, I know it's a task to move up 2 weight classes, but JERMELL, talented fighter. It's only Canelo. Yeah, people should be upset with Fury fighting Gano for sure. Yeah, instead of giving us an undisputed fight, bro. Instead of giving us an undisputed fight, buddy ass playing games. Instead of giving us an undisputed fight, he running around playing games with the people. I was ended up fighting 2 opponents, Saul and Canelo. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, take advantage of that guy that don't like to work a lot, that's not that busy, that like to be complacent because he likes to have his way. So what Canelo does, and it's kind of smart to a certain degree, and this where that experience of him being a vet comes into play. He tries to set the tone early so he could tame you for later in the fight. You get what I'm saying? He tries to set the tone with a certain level of intensity early in the fight where to get you kind of gun shy, hands in your pockets, get you second guessing things from the middle of the fight to the later of the fight, where he like to kind of become complacent, take his foot off the gas a little bit and kind of coast. That's what he likes to do now. I ain't saying he won't get you out of there if he really gets you hurt, but we seen him have a guy hurt and really didn't go for how he typically does. And I think that's a sign of that, just that wear and tear. And I mean, this dude made a ton of money. He might not be the hungriest either. You get what I'm saying? He's not going to convince me that he's hungrier than Charlo right now. Silk Pajama Man is not about to convince me he's hungrier than Charlo. Because unlike what he was doing, Charlo was daring to be great. Not that stuff that he shoe-shined his greatness when he went up there to beat up old-ass Kovalev on a quick turnaround where the dude had legal troubles and looked like he was pulling his punches the whole fight. You get what I'm saying? This ain't that. He's not fighting that guy. It's the other way around. You got Charlo going up the weight classes to get that smoke. That's what chasing greatness is. So, Canelo, respect to you for going over there to the PBC and making some things happen, but much respect to Charlo for standing on business and stepping in for his brother and saying, I want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, little Charlo don't back down from nobody, man. You got to love it, man. Now, you get what I'm saying? Right, Quincy. I think he just got to be smart with it, right? You know what I'm saying? Greedy belly, right, man? Canelo lately has a habit of standing against the ropes, and he hopes that you punch yourself out. He wants to catch you. Yeah, and tire you out, try you out. Facts, man. Pick your shots, be smart. Don't fall for those traps, because he will have some. Canelo is clever. He's a smart fighter. He ain't no pushover, but he's just a guy that's very experienced. But that experience comes with a ton of wear and tear as well. And the fact that he's already not the busiest fighter, you get what I'm saying? And his gas tank isn't the best. You get what I'm saying? So, and he can be predictable at times. And like I said, he likes to set the pace early so he can control the rest of the fight late. You get what I'm saying? From the middle to the late, he will try. He'll try to blast you out early if he can't hit you with some meaningful shots that have you second guessing yourself. And if he's not able to do that, which I don't think he'll do that in that manner to Charlo, and I think he's gonna have a guy in there that's gonna be really trying to win for 12 rounds. That's the difference. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to have a guy that's just happy to be there and taking pictures and all because he in there with Canelo. You got a JERMELL Charlo that's going to be coming to win. You show me a fight that he ain't come to win. You get what I'm saying? That dude always come to win. So he ain't just going to be happy to be there. There's not going to be no disrespect to John Ryder. This is not nobody that's just going to let you coast for 12 rounds. I actually think he's going to make you fight. So whether you beat him or not, you're going to have to beat him. You get what I'm saying? Because he's not going to just let you do it. You get what I'm saying? Charlo ain't laying down for this dude. He ain't laying down. I don't expect him to, but he ain't. You get what I'm saying? He won't lay down for him. I don't expect him to lay down. I want to see him do damage. You get what I'm saying? Hope Canelo's a shot for Charlo to make him think about retirement. I'm telling you, beat him up, man, and make him second guess being here. You know what I'm saying? The presence, the exchange with Caleb Plant comes to mind. Caleb, I respect your skills, right? Canelo, I know. Yeah, you know Charlo ain't doing none of that. You know what I mean? Floyd made that move that opened him up for Fury to make his move. The only reason I get it, right, in a sense, but it's like the only reason I gave Floyd the benefit of the doubt because it was really at the very, very tail end, right? Where like it was, one too many more pro fights for him after that. But it's still what it was, right? I get it, but you get what I'm saying? Fury is in position to make an undisputed fight and make millions of dollars doing it. He can stand, like he even a fight with Anthony Joshua. Like, think about how much money on the table, and he got one of the most prestigious belts in the game, and he making a joke out of it. You get what I'm saying? He really making a joke and a mockery out of the sport of boxing. Because in what you would consider his prime years, right, he's going to make a damn fight with a UFC fighter that never boxed before. You get what I'm trying to say? So he's doing it in his prime years as opposed to Floyd doing it in what you would consider the tail in his career or the twilight years of his career. You get what I'm saying? Not trying to give him a full pass for it, but you get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put a little perspective to it. Think I would have had a problem if Floyd was what is Tyson Fury, 32, 33? You get what I'm saying? Just think about it, Floyd at that age, if he'd have went and fought a damn UFC fighter, we'd have been like, man, what the hell you doing? You get what I'm saying? But the fact that he did it so late, you like, he just going out the way he want. Like, and it's just a little bit different because of that, right? Much older guy, you know what I mean? On his way out type deal where Fury shouldn't be on his way out. But I told people before, and I'm going to keep saying this, I understand that people feel like in that trilogy, he got the better of the work and he won. He got the wins and he knocked Wilder out. I know I get all of that. But if you think that you're going to take that many Wilder right hands and get dropped that many times in them 3 fights and not have no damage, you have to be sadly mistaken. So again, we might could know that Wilder got the dent in his head and things like that, but ain't no way you getting cleaned up with them right hands from Wilder and you walking out of the ring exactly the same fighter you once was. And I think the reason that Fury is moving the way he is moving, I don't think it's a matter of him actually being scared to fight, because if you'll fight Wilder, I truly believe you'll fight anybody, right? You get what I'm saying? Do I think he want to lose? No, but I don't think he's scared of people. I do think that he might question himself right now after those fights too. He don't want to truly test himself against the absolute best. That's what it would appear, because look how he's moved since facing Wilder. You get what I'm saying? He got the world at his feet essentially, and he got an Usyk fight that a lot of people think he's just too big to lose that fight. You get what I'm saying? And Usyk is just entirely too small. So that's a very winnable fight. It's a 50-50-ish matchup, and you just don't want to entertain that. But you rather in your prime years, you rather go entertain a UFC fighter and fight him. And I just don't see how that makes sense, right? See Dewberry, man, much love and appreciation, man. And that super chat, man. I love Mel. He's the only champion at 154 to win No one questions who's the best in the division. Every other division, there's a debate, but I think he's losing to Canelo. Sadly, nah, man, that's fair though, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I get it. That makes sense, bro. But like you said, just think about it this way, and you put it in perspective very well. That's a great point. He is the best fighter, you know, in his division, and everywhere else it's like some type of debate or argument. For the most part, you could say for the most part, undeniably, it's Mel. Mel's that guy, right? So I think for that reason, gives him a very good chance to win, right? Because even in Canelo, right, and just based off your point, right, and is follow me, if we ask if Canelo is the best at 168, people will question that, right? Even if he's undisputed how Mel is, but we feel like Mel is the guy at 54. But when you look at 68 and the fact that he's undisputed, you look at it like, man, you avoiding David Benavidez, you got David Morrell, even though he ain't got a lot of fights, you got people that you might argue is better than this guy that he don't want to fight. You get what I'm saying? So I think for those reasons, that gives Mel a very good shot. You know what I mean? Just the fact that you can call him the best fighter in his division. You know what I mean? You can't. Canelo, not so much. There'd be more of a debate. You get what I'm saying? If he's the best at 168, as opposed to if Mel is the best at 154. So I think that gives him a great shot. And I know some people can't look past the weight disparity, but just think about it in terms of skill, and think about the fact that Derek James don't want him to pack all muscle and too much weight, and he want him to come in there light on his feet. You get what I'm saying? Like, I seen John Ryder take his best shots. You get what I'm saying? I seen it. So it's like, I think Mel has a better chin, better defense, just a better fighter, better IQ, everything than John Ryder. You get what I'm saying? So John can take him 12. Mel can navigate the fight for 12 rounds too, without taking a substantial amount of punishment to a guy that's just don't work a lot. He just don't have a high ass work rate. So if he can't catch you big early with those big single shots, them hooks and them uppercuts, I'm telling you, Mel, keep that jab in his face and disarm this dude and beat him.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Salute to my bro, C. Dewberry. Much love and appreciation too, Brody. Now, feel me. So again, man, I'm rocking with Mel, man. I know this an uphill battle. It's gonna be a tough fight. You in there with one of the more experienced guys in boxing. It's not too many dudes that you can say is 32 years old, 33 at the most. And you got over 60 fights. You get what I'm saying? So Canelo been putting in work since he's a 15-year-old, which is wild. So again, but that's a double-edged sword at this stage in his career, because although he's very experienced and he's crafty, he's clever, he's a number of different things. You know what I mean? Just because he's been around the block and he's been here forever, right? At the same time, that wear and tear, as I've always stated, in his career is a real thing. And I think he really got a tough fight too. I think the fight gonna be tougher for him than what people think, because of the athlete and fighter that Charlo is. And let's not forget, man, we know he got a loss. I know some people like, he got a loss and a draw. I get all of that. I get it. But Canelo got draw. He got a draw. He got multiple losses, and he should have even more losses than what he got if we looking at it like that, right? So what I'm saying is we've never seen Charlo get beat the way we seen Canelo get beat. And then Canelo loses, he usually gets his ass whooped. Floyd whooped his ass. In my honest opinion, the man, I think according to Copy Box, he might have landed 23 shots to Lara's head in the 12-round fight. There's no way in hell he should have won that fight. I think Lara handed his ass to him. I think Triple G should have got the nod, and definitely the first fight. You get what I'm saying? This dude should have multiple losses, but the judges be on his side. You got to think, look how clean Mayweather beat him, and he still didn't get a unanimous decision. They gave that man a majority decision. They wilded out. They added a draw on one of the scorecards, man. That's how crazy they are. You know what I'm saying? So, and just think about it. When Charlo lost, that was a back and forth affair. It was a nip and tuck type of fight. And think about it. Tony Harrison was some of the best feet at that time, man. Tony Harrison was one of the better fighters in that division. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. He could beat a lot of people with the way he boxed, right? One of the better pure boxers at 54 is Tony Harrison. So it's not out the realm of possibility that him fighting Charlo and Charlo being a bit emotional in that first fight cost him, and Tony Harrison took advantage of it. You get what I'm saying? It's just things that factor into it. It's not a matter of Tony Harrison, I think, being so much better than him. It's just Mel making the mistakes that he couldn't afford to make, and Tony Harrison capitalizing. But it wasn't like how Canelo was when he was in there with Floyd, just getting his ass beat from pillar to post every single round. Same thing with B. We turned around with B after all them years, got his ass beat. And in my opinion, Lara was embarrassing him. You get what I'm saying? Lara was beating him up. Even Amir Khan, until he got, you know, the soul punched out his body, he was winning every round. Until that happened, Zoom versus my bro. Peace and blessings, Brody. How you feeling? If the Charles showed up, the Castano too, I think you beat Canelo with that level. I think so too, Mike. And I think we can see that guy because, you know, great fighters raise their level on the night. And this will, although be a this would be what the toughest test of his career. This would be the most meaningful fight. He fighting a cash cow. He fighting the other face, the king of boxing, right? Outside of Tank Davis, they tell you, or outside of Canelo, then they say Tank Davis is the guy, the face of boxing. Well, he fighting the guy that they still actively call him one of the faces of boxing, and Canelo. So I think he is going to prepare for that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's going to show a good account of himself, man, and he's going to be all right, man. I think he really is. He's going to be just fine, man. Mel Charlo going to be all right, man. He going to be A-okay, yeah. I think so, man. It just won't be easy, but I got faith in his skill set and his IQ and his ability to get the job done and rise to the occasion, man. And again, he showed me a lot of maturity and growth in that Castaño 2 fight. All the way from his ring walk, like, you know what I mean? The press conferences, all that stuff leading up to it, like, he just was mentally and physically and emotionally in check the entire way, all the way from the ring walk to the execution from round after round, the way he broke Castaño down. And again, it wasn't like in the first fight where they're going back and forth and it's even, and then he, you know, somebody mess around and just Mel hit him with a punch and knock him out. That wasn't the case. Mel showed separation in that fight. Separation meaning he showed that he was a better fighter than that dude because he was up on the scorecards and beating him up before he dropped him and stopped him. You get what I'm saying? So he was able to show us both things. The ability to get better, to execute at a higher level, to listen to his trainer, get a much better result and break his guy down, create separation, show this dude that I'm better than you and I'm gonna knock you out. Like he said, and he did it. You get what I'm saying? So it was impressive, man. Food for thought. Was good with it, family. Salute to the addition to the fam. Congratulations to you and the missus, man. We appreciate you, bro. Much love and appreciation to the fam. Yeah, man. First day home, man. First couple hours home. So we're gonna cook for a little while, but after I get settled, man, I'm back full court pressing, man. It's gonna be a lot more work coming from your boys. So once we settled in, everything is back to the norm, man. So salute to everybody for hanging in there with your boy. Y'all smash the like button if y'all haven't. We gonna cook for a little while longer for sure. Salute to Detroit, BC is in the building, man. What's good with you, family? Appreciate you stopping through. But yeah, man, I think that's a very intriguing matchup for us, man, for a lot of different reasons, and we're going to get it. I think Mel Charlo can give us all our money's worth. I think he got the ability to really shock some people. I don't think he's going to go outside. I don't think he's going to, I don't think he's going to fold under pressure, man. And I got faith that Derrick James is going to whip up the right kind of game plan to really go in there and beat a guy like Canelo. I just don't feel like the guy we've seen in the last 3 to 4 fights is a guy that's unbeatable at all. Tay, the real queen of MMA combat. How you feeling, queen? Appreciate you stopping through. And what's good with it, bro? Salute to you, Brody. Appreciate you stopping through as well, man. What's good with it? Working nonstop, road to no breaks. Yeah, and that's how he worked, bro. He and again, the thing about Errol Spence that people just seem to like they can't accept. 10K was good with it, bro. How you feeling? They can't accept the fact that man really fight how he trained for the most part. You get what I'm saying? And he's very dangerous at it, yo. It's not too many people you could say that train a certain way and fight just like it. And that's what he do. You get what I'm saying? So I know he ain't going to come out throwing no 70, 80 punches around from the rip. But once he get into that territory where he start to work like that, good luck with slowing that train down. You know what I mean? I think Terrence Crawford's best chance to win the fight is to not even allow him to get into that type of work rate because, and you got to hit and for him to be able to control that part of that aspect of the fight, he going to have to control the distance and range that the fight is fought at and the pace as well. And that's 3 just different nuances of the game. It's going to be hard to check all those boxes to control the distance, range that they fight at and the pace. with a guy that really got a very consistent jab, educated jab, just one of the better jabs in boxing. You get what I'm saying? And consistent, and it's not no rangefinder. It's a heavy jab that can bust your eye up and do a lot of damage. So again, it's a lot of little nuances and things that for Terrence Crawford to stop Errol Spence from being successful, that he got to check several boxes, and it's the same for EJ. But again, styles make fights, and EJ is expecting Terrence Crawford to start a little bit faster and be a little more assertive, but we're going to see. I just know, and sometimes when guys go out of their comfort zone, you have certain guys that's able to go outside of their comfort zone and still be able to be successful at the same level as they would be if they stayed in their comfort zone, right? Then you have those guys that when they're forced to step out of their comfort zone, you know, their offense or their defense might lack. You get what I'm saying? They might try to come forward and be more assertive and more aggressive, but now your defense lack now because you're going out of your comfort zone. You're doing something that you're not used to doing. So in an effort to do so and to try to match pace with Errol Spence, I can see you finding yourself making a mistake earlier than normal. And that's the question that I want to know is like, who going to make the mistake? Who will make the first mistake and who going to make the first big mistake? You get what I'm saying? Is Errol going to come right out, like he said, and step, and that's going to force you to try to step with him instead of download the data how you typically do? And as a result, like on one end, it might help you. You know what I mean? You might be able to match the pace for a while, but would it hurt you on the back end? You get what I'm saying? Would it eventually catch up to you if you're forced to go out of your comfort zone and be uncomfortable as opposed to him forcing Spence out of his comfort zone and forcing Spence to be uncomfortable? That's what I want to see. Who's going to make who uncomfortable first? And I think that's where it gets very interesting. The fighter that is successful at making the other guy uncomfortable is going to be fun. You know, look at Crawford's frame. I don't think he built for Spence. Could be wrong. Yeah, some people say that though, Mike. Some people really say that, bro. Some people really say that. But hospital bed already broke. I feel that. I feel you, bro. You're a fool. You're a fool, bro. Yeah, man. We gonna see. We definitely gonna see, man. I just can't wait for it, and each day is get closer. Like I said, it's the 20th, so we 9 days out, bro. 9 days out, you little over a week, so it's right here. It's right here. And another fight though, y'all, that we got coming up that I wanted to touch on too, man, is it's Cool Boy and Monster NUA. Did anybody see this post from Monster NUA? Dude seeming like he pretty much gave up his game plan. Damn near, man. Dude seemed like he damn near gave up his game plan right here. He basically letting you know how difficult he feel like this fight is about to be. This is crazy. I think Earl will push Bud into starting early. The thing is, Bud will try to throw down the first time. EJ lands a big shot. If he does, it will be a huge mistake, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think he could abandon the game plan how he's done it in other fights. He started fast and typically would and blew a gasket. Maybe saw it with the great Thomas Hearns, right? We got Keyshawn this weekend, 10K. You know it. All eyes on Key Pop. You know what I mean? Tupac Davis, as 817 be calling him. 817 be calling him Tupac Davis. Bro, anyway, definitely open the door to raise questions. Very, very suspicious. Yeah, man, I wanted to touch on that again, too, because I don't know if y'all see this. If y'all can't see this, I'll read it. But essentially, he almost sounded like he giving up a game plan and everything in this little long-ass note. I don't know why he wrote all this. I don't know if this directly from him, but that's what they saying. So, you know, that this is a little crazy. But, yeah, for him to complain about VADA testing and to the point where they had to come back is definitely suspicious. I don't care what nobody say. They said they had to reschedule the entire fight because of that. So that's wild to me. And again, you get all you hear is people talking about his physique and how ripped up he is, and you know, you just hate to hear it, right? You know what I'm saying? You hate to hear that stuff because I just want to see the fight be on an even playing field. I'm not putting no jacket on him. I'm just saying what I think based off of what is out there. VADA comes to you to test you and you complain, and then it gets the fight postponed. That doesn't look very good. You get what I'm saying? Like if anybody else was to do that, it'll be the same energy. Like, that's just a little suspicious. It's red flaggish. You get what I'm saying? And you basically saying you made them come back at a later date. So that's just wild to me. Like, we're not about to start this, man. The man already going over to Japan to allow you an opportunity at what he worked for all his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, the least you could do is play by the rules. That's all I'm saying. And what you putting up resistance to the point where a fight had to be pushed back, like, is wild to me. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show you what Sean was talking about in terms of the arrogance, and you used to getting your ass kissed and treated like a king. Well, not when you fighting one of the ones, man. So VADA ain't gonna play with you. They're gonna treat you accordingly. You do a glove situation video of him looking like he's stacking his raps now. The VADA test refusal. Definitely, you get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. You just like fighters that don't move like that. You get what I'm saying? When it ain't nothing funny going on. Like, you just don't, if there will be no reasonable explanation that he can give for refusing testing whatsoever. There's no reasonable explanation that you can give because you know what you signed up for. You get what I'm saying? So you make it look like something that is not. I'm not going to put it on you, but just to move like that is a red flag. Sean should run through this dude. He got an experienced vet, and Patera, if I'm saying his name right, Patera. Experienced guy, man. Think 30 or 30 plus fight veteran. You know what I'm saying? I think out of the three young prospects and him, Kid Austin and Frank Martin, I think he had maybe the most experienced opponent out of the three. So all eyes is going to be on him to see just how well he do. You know what I'm saying? We all seen what Frank Martin did. He went out there. He got a nice little unexpected test, but he went out there and passed that test with flying colors. You know what I mean? He went out there and did what he needed to do. Let's see how Keyshawn go out here and handle his business on Saturday, man. You know what I mean? We got Keyshawn on Saturday, but what is it? What is it? Tuesday is Monster NAOYA, ain't it? Yeah, Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Monster and Cool Boy. And then, that Saturday is the big fight, man. So this gonna be fun, man. But orbital surgical date is already set. And fool, bro. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, EJ coming to he coming to do some damage, man. But I know Bug got a lot to prove, and he a very prideful dude too. And I know he motivated for this fight. You know what I mean? I know he motivated for this fight. How does Gonzalez keep getting title shots? I heard he might be next for Alberto Lopez. Yeah, I heard that is up next. I forgot the date on the 10K. I think that they did say that was next though. I did hear that. I think they just like Joette, bro. I think they like Joette Gonzalez, and it's like he'll lose a fight, but he always fight his heart out. You get what I'm saying? I think it's one of them situations too, right? Where he just, I don't know, but I think somebody obviously they sweet on Joette Gonzalez, man. They like him. They like him because he continued to get opportunities for sure. What I call a placeholder fighters are there to keep the better fighters occupied. Yeah, that what he be doing. He'll give you a good test, bro. Brody will give you a good fight. You know what I mean? He'll give you a good fight. His problem is every fight just can't be a war like that. That'd be his problem. He be taking a lot of punishment in his fights, but he always he got a fan-friendly style because he come to fight and he gets hit. You know what I mean? He's not hard to find in there, but he be getting lit up, bro. He be getting lit up. I'll call it a placeholder for facts, man. I'm telling you, he's a tough kid, though, man. Tough kid. I like to watch him fight, though, because he is exciting to watch. You know, he is entertaining, should I say. He ain't short on them punches at all. I thought he was our classic. This was Shakur, right? Yeah, that's the only one like where he was completely out of it and was, but the fight wasn't even like really competitive. He was just losing round after round, right? But the other fights, he usually always gave you a war, bro. Always give you a war. Good, nice little scraps. Joette Gonzalez, Ricky Williams, what's good, Brody? How you feeling, man? He said he's be looking at the media scrum like it's the fight. Right. Yeah, you see people talking about Bud won the media workout. You must have seen that, Rick. You must have seen people talking about he won the media workout and stuff like that. I want to see Lopez unify Robisi. Robisi saying, I think Robisi got his eye on him. He fighting somebody else up first, but I think he got his eye on. I think he said he got eyes on Lopez. But yeah, I think I heard it's Joette and Alberto Lopez next. You can argue beat Dog Bay was a split decision. Right. Yeah, him and Dog Bay went to war. Cambozo say he sacrificed so much this fight. Yo, Cambosis, yo. Just somebody tell Cambosis, yo, you can let the act go, bro. You don't gotta try to be deep every time the cameras come on. Cambosis try to like pull at your heartstrings, like just chill, bro. We get it, man. We get it. Stop putting on the show. Stop putting on the show, bro. Stop putting on the show. Stop putting on the show. He better come out here and beat Maxie Hughes. He said he gonna sleep him. He better sleep him. Because if they get throwing you a bone, giving you somebody that you could possibly win. Maxie Hughes said Cambos is fighting demons right now. He said he ain't won a round in arguably 2 straight fights. So he gonna be fighting demons in there with him. It's the art of war. Yeah, I hated that. He was pissing me off with that. The art of war. Boy, the only one he fooling is his damn self. New role as a gatekeeper, basically. Right. Jay Cooley, what's good, bro? How you feeling, man? Anyway, gonna realize I haven't experienced anything like Scooter's levels to this. Did you see this up here, Rick, that I got on the screen? I don't know if you got your if you're looking at the screen, but he seemed like he gave away a game plan. NUA did right here, expressing how he you know how difficult of a fight this gonna be. I mean, I appreciate the honesty, but like he telling a lot right here. He talking a lot right here, man. I don't know. This could be a 52 fake out. Who knows? But it is a little bit strange for him to have this whole detailed explanation as to how the fight is going to be for him. It's weird. But it's only fitting to talk about this fight because it's meaningful. It's a big fight, man. I think Cool Boy really going over there because he believed in himself. He really manifested this situation like since 2020 or something like that. I believe he was telling his team that he was gonna fight this dude. Not good enough. Scooter gonna allow this fight down. I'm telling you, man. Telling you, yo, beat this dude up, man. Hey, man, hey, Rick, you heard him? You heard about him refusing Vada too? That whole flip entering the ring. Oh, they flipped the coin. Yeah, it is bogus, bro. Nah, it is Thrill. It's petty. It's petty. It's petty. It's petty as hell. That's petty. Right? He says his feet ain't. Yeah, man. Slow. His feet ain't good enough. Right? I just feel like Scooter more versatile, respectfully. But did you hear about him refusing Nevada testing and they had to postpone the fight because of that? That's wild. Like, not enough people talking about it. People be mad, but don't get mad at us, man. We just reporting what's out there. You bogus as hell, buddy. Bogus as hell, man. Yeah, something ain't right with that, Rick. I just don't respect it. You get what I'm saying? Something ain't right with that. Something ain't right with that, man. Something ain't right with it. And that's all I'm saying. It's just a red flaggish, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Red flaggish, bro. They had to postpone the fight for you. That's crazy. And it just makes me feel like that's you just used to being treated like the man. You're gonna get treated all right when Scooter get in there. But I told Cool Boy, bring Scooter out, man. Bring Scooter out. Bring Scooter out, man. Bring Scooter out. Kick his ass. Mr. Kyler, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? He said Earl looks good, nice overall flow. Nothing way, nice clean workout. That's how he do. He just lets you know he coming to work. You know what I'm saying? And I think Mr. Kyler, when people see his workouts and stuff, they be like, oh, that ain't nothing impressive, man. And they see Bud, and then all of a sudden they super impressed. That's why, like, y'all be making too much out of these media workouts. You don't nobody win no damn media workout, bro. Don't nobody win no damn media workout. That is no, you can't win a media workout. Like, I don't care what you say, can't win it. You know, if Black Fighter would be plastic and a big deal. That's what I'm saying, and that's a fact though, which in my opinion should be no matter race that. You know how I go facts though. What's good with it, Jay Cooley? How you feeling, my bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Salute to the fam in the building on this good Thursday, man. You know what I mean? Pulling up for this good old, you know, good boxing conversation, man. But yeah, man. I don't. People was putting too much in that media workout. But yeah, anyway, stuff is crazy. But he seemed like I said, with this up here back on the screen, he was giving away. He giving away his inside thoughts and all types of stuff. This seemed a bit strange to put this out because I ain't never seen him put nothing out like this for no fighter. So either he's trying to 52 fake out or he really got some concerns or something as to this fight really being tough. Smith come out of the ring with that Shag, Bo Mac, gonna cry in the car. The Shag, EJ with the Shag. You say you can't win a media workout. Good. When you get what I'm saying? No disrespect to nobody. I just don't think, you know, you can probably try to make your little, you know, gauge the fighters or whatever, but I just don't feel like somebody can win one because it's no verses. Like, you get what I'm saying? Unless you just completely crap over the media workout, like on some, like how Rolly did, threw a couple punches and then, you know, and just got out. Like, but still, it still ain't no win. It's just Spence is who he is. You know he coming to work. I don't know why people still watching that man expecting to be fooled or be dazzled by the way he worked. That's not what he do, man. Earl's style is not for show. That shit is for results, man. I keep saying that to people. His Earl Spence style is not for show. It is for results. Nah, it might not jump off the screen at you, but when you see how he commenced to beating a fighter's ass in there, then you'll understand that it's different. It's all about efficiency and effectiveness. You get what I'm saying? And when he don't care about being flash, none of that. It's very painful. He really beats you up. And that man had Uga's eye bleeding for what, 2 days? How many hours straight? Had that man eye bleeding, man. That's crazy, bro. Boy, be beating the hell out of people. Telling you that's a different type of punishment, bro. That's not regular, man. That's the last thing you need is some motivated, self-driven ass dude that feel like he on borrowed time on the other end of you punching, wailing on you with uppercuts and hooks to the hips, body, liver, everywhere, bro. That's the last thing you need, bro. You get what I'm saying? That man is motivated more than he ever be, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, DJ was training the whole time. Bowman had to take turns. You know how that go. I'm telling you, I know we might be, and people might think we might be overanalyzing stuff, but it's different, man. Spence coming to work, man. That I know, but Crawford is going to be in the best shape possible, too, though. That dude going to be in dog shape. He going to be coming to fight, too. He looks like China Pumpkin landing straight up right off there. Right. And Bo might be talking the most. Every time I see these fools call Earl Bailey, that's why you're going to lose. It tells me you know nothing about boxing. Yeah, he basically beating your ass. That's what it's going to be, a basic ass whooping. Everything has a purpose in a real fight. They really don't know what they're looking at. And you know what the problem is, Rick? Not only do people not be knowing what they're looking at, but they don't even be willing to watch it to try to understand what they're looking at. You get what I'm saying? It's okay not to know, but it's not good to constantly not know. And people say they watch this stuff. Like you can't tell me you watch boxing and then say Earl Spence basic. That those two things shouldn't even be in the same sentence. Earl Spence and basic shouldn't even be in the same sentence unless you saying how he basically be beating your ass. That's it. All that basic stuff, that's just a way to slight him. You get what I'm saying? You say things like he's fundamentally sound, he's technically sound. You get what I'm saying? You don't say that's basic, because the basics. What did DJ say? He said a quote: "The basics beat flash any day of the week. Basics and fundamentals beat flash any day of the week." Something along them lines. And tell me he lying. You get what I'm saying? What was prime example, y'all? Prime example that DJ what Derek James say is factual. What was Prince Nassim Ahmed? Wasn't he flashy? Wasn't he flashy? Jump out the screen, do all this, all this eccentric, all these extra moves in the ring, and do all this extra stuff, and extra animated and stuff like that. Then he get in there with Marco Antonio Barrera, who's was technically and fundamentally sound, and he commenced to beating his ass. You get what I'm saying? Basics and fundamentals got him that W against Prince Nassim Ahmed, because he wanted to be flashy and do all this extra shit. He got in there with somebody that wasn't going for none of it, and he got beat up. You get what I'm saying? So that's a prime example of what Derek James is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why people are wild with flash when you got a dude that's doing the stuff that you're supposed to do when it comes to a fight the right way. His jab is A1. His body work A1. His pressure be A1. You get what I'm saying? His balance be A1. Dude is rarely out of position. Very defensively responsible. He keep his hands at home, keep the hands up high. Like, he do a lot of things right. All them basics that people, he got them basics on lock. Just like, don't say he just basics. Say all them basics, he got them shits on lock, man. He do everything at a high level. All the basics and fundamentals he do at a high level. That don't mean he don't make mistakes, but he do them things at a high level, man. I seen him on the ring walk. Right, Thrill. That's about it. He got his ass handed to him for a fact, bro. Or has the right movements at the right time. Like, that isn't basic. You have to know your craft to have the right movements. Absolutely will. And again, that's because you appreciate the sport and you're not looking to be a hater. You're looking to understand. When you know you don't know it all and you looking to really understand what you're watching, you just learn to have a totally different assessment of fighters, and skill and talent level. You get what I'm saying? Flashy as hell, wasn't he, Jay? He was flashy as hell, and he got the basics. You get what I'm saying? How will they? They won't let you down. And again, that muscle memory, just always knowing. If he trains with intent and purpose, and he fights the same way. With intent and purpose. You see it all the time, bro. You see it all the time. That dude fights with an intent and purpose all the time, bro. All the time. They all cost me basic, but none of them have ever been able to stop him. You get what I'm saying? AJ, he be basically beating people ass. Nassim was better than Rolly. 10K a fool. Yeah, nah. Prince Nassim was a hell of a fighter in his own right. I just always wanted to know why he left after the one loss. Like, was it that? Like, did it hurt you that much? Or he was like, you know what? I'm going to fight until I lose. Like, I will always want to know. I don't know if he ever spoke on that. I never got the answers to why he retired after that one loss. You look at him now, you would never think he was that same guy in the ring doing what he used to do. Prince Nassim Ahmed was excited for what he was. But again, it just goes to show you that all that stuff is cool until it work until it don't. You get what I'm saying? But I would have loved to see him rematch him and just to see if the same thing would have happened again. I would have loved to see that. But he didn't give us that. He said, nah, one loss is enough for me. But he was in some good-ass entertaining fights, man. He was fun to watch. And he was very, very heavy-handed for a guy that with a physique like that and a small dude. He was heavy-handed. He said the dipping sauce. Oh, man, really jumping around and sparring and funny shit. Nah, 10K, nah. Did you see Bobby Schmurder? Nah, 10K. Tell me you seen Bobby Schmurder trying to box. He got Rolly beat. Man, oh, man. Did y'all see Bobby Schmurder, bro? Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Tell that boy to lay off it. You know what I don't get about people that be wanting to step into the realm of boxing? Like Anthony Davis, why do they post their self? Why don't post yourself? Boy, it's your first time hitting the pads. You look crazy. You like a damn uncoordinated ass tarantula or something, bro. I'm like, what the hell is he doing, man? Somebody get Anthony Davis the hell out the ring and get him on the low block somewhere to post up. What the hell is he doing in the ring looking uncoordinated as hell? That bro looked like a uncoordinated ass octopus or something, bro. I said, man, get this tall galoot out the ring. He out here, but they got to stop playing with boxing. Some of these people got to be stopped, bro. This is where I draw the line, bro. If y'all gonna step into the realm of boxing, could y'all do us a favor and not record it? All right, bet. You gonna record it, cool. Don't upload it, bro. Don't upload it, yo. We don't want to see that, bro. Y'all out here playing with this sport. We talk this sport every day. Y'all getting in there because y'all got money hitting the pads, looking foolish, man. Nah, bro. Ain't no way I'm gonna upload that. Yo, whoever let you upload that video, Anthony Davis, they ain't really like you like that, bro. The joke is they got jokes, bro. A lot of people should pick up a dictionary and look up the word basic, right? Isn't it? And so many of us have been conditioned to believe it is. Yeah, right. But I feel like it ain't. But I feel like, again, with basic, when they say it pertaining to Errol Spence, it's in an effort to slight him. You get what I'm saying? Because they're trying to say, he's not that special. You get what I'm saying? But you're right, though, and but in terms of Spence, they be trying to slight, bro. And still TV was good with it. Nah, Prince Nassim had issues outside the ring. That's what it was. Because I never got the answer as to why, he never fought again after that point. I always wanted to wonder why he didn't fight again after that point. God's self, my bro, what's good with it? I'm about to look that up. Yeah, man, look, if you find it. Yeah, Bobby Smurder looked like Stephen A. Yo, he was worse than that, and still he was bogus, bro. David Scott, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? P.S. What's good with it, bro? Please let him work out as much as possible, bro. He usually don't work out at all. Oh, you talking about Anthony Davis? I got you. You a Laker fan? Salute to you, David. Appreciate you. Hello, I need to get a Baby Do a Martin shirt that says Martin. Go ahead and get him. Go ahead and send Baby Do one, man. I'm about to say this AD's technique looks shitty, but his IQ look pretty solid. Yeah. You can tell these dudes are athletes and they smart, but man, it was just hard. It's like, yo, at least give yourself a couple months before you upload a video. I wouldn't even do it, bro. I'm not uploading myself before I get the fundamentals and all that stuff down packed, bro. I'm not gonna be in there playing with this sport. 817, what's happening, family? Just hope Fulton understands the gravity of the moment and performs as such. It's all on the line here. Right. Me too, man. Me too, bro. Me too. Mike Biggs boxing, my bro. What's happening with it, Mike? How you feeling, bro? Think they both would be smooth with it. Right, Anthony Davis need to be working on who got the best injury insurance. yeah, God's self. He just came home today, man. He been home for a couple hours, man. Yes, sir. It's fine, baby boy. It's finally home. You over 6'5", you shouldn't be swinging your arms all jazz. I'm telling you, bro. Get the fundamentals down, bro. Like, boxing is something that you really got to repetitiously do, and it requires your all, at least from what I understand. And even your all might not be good enough to be good, let alone just trying to pick it up because you got some spare time and uploading videos, bro. We don't want to see you uploading videos swinging wild like that. I'm about to start making funny compilations of everybody that be bogus as hell uploading this. I'm about to do the Stephen A. Smith. Line them up. Stephen A., Anthony Davis, Rick Ross, Meek Mill. It's a field. I'm about to make a whole compilation of tearing y'all up. You can't play boxing. Y'all bogus. I'm about to get all y'all. Fish Grease was good. He said for the dummies in the back that say Errol can't box. Watch the Brook fight. Round 7, he was fainting up and down while popping the jab and playing tic-tac-toe with lead foot, just like Tank was doing with Ryan. Yo, they don't know nothing about that lead foot. Bobo, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Less than 10 days. Yes, sir. We got 9 to go, Bobo. Salute to you, Brody. Appreciate you stopping through. Please do Ricky Ross. Yeah, P.S. I got to get him. If we get him, meet word. I'm about to go find all the clips. Yo. I'm going to make a little compilation, man. I be trying to have fun with this boxing. We going to have fun with it. And it's all jokes, yo, but if I'm them, I'm not uploading no videos of me doing no boxing, bro, until I get my stuff right, bro. Like, y'all can't be out here playing. Yo, Bobby Smurder threw like a 4-piece combination. He jumped in the air, threw like 4 punches, almost fell out the ring. I'm like, bro, what is he? Oh, yeah, nah. This is what Just Do draw the line, yo. Y'all got to be stopped, bro. Stop playing with boxing and uploading it, yo. Somebody gonna get hurt. K.O., what's good, bro? Hey, man, you already know. Great cook, man. Great cook. I was definitely in the shadows watching. Definitely. Victor C, what's good with it? Great cook, bro. Great cook. What's good with it, Victor C? Say EJ and 6. EJ gonna fight like his life depending on it. I said this before, y'all. I think he fights with a because he felt like he's on borrowed time, and I feel like that he just rededicated himself to the sport at the right time. You know what I mean? The Island boys bogus, yo. Yeah, them too. Did you see them boys? Yeah, them boys tripping. Flossy Sports TV was good with it, bro. Spins look faster than normal. To me, am I tripping, y'all? What y'all think? How y'all think he look, man? Appreciate you guys. So yeah, baby dude is finally home now. He been home for a couple hours. I don't know if he's asleep or not. Let me see. Okay, yeah, him and baby girl, they both sleep together. Just I wonder how many Bud fans would disappear. Yeah, I mean, I think if you've been unrealistic about how the fight could play out, I think you go tuck your tail, right? But I think if you're a person that's not ego driven, and you knowing that your breakdown came from you know, a matter of what you've seen and how you processed it and broke it down, then you stand tall whether you're right or wrong about your pick, right? But I think some people have been so you know, unnecessary and over the top with riding with their guy. I think they gonna be the ones to tuck and hide, because I already seen it with the Ryan and Tank thing. Like, people was coming through saying how Tank was gonna get knocked out, this and that, and I was just, it got to the point where it got me annoyed, because I was like, all right, at a certain point, don't tell me you really think that Tank was gonna get knocked out by Ryan. That started pissing me off after a while. But those same type of people disappear, and it's gonna be the same thing with the Bud and EJ. Spins looking sharp. That's why I like this. Cuzzo, what's good with it, Cuzzo? How you feeling? Tone that was good with it. Yeah, nah. I seen some of Bud. I seen more of Bud than I did EJ. Bud looks sharp. Bud, listen, Bud is gonna be ready as well, man. Them dudes is professionals. Bud know what he up against, at least for the most part. You get what I'm saying? He know this is gonna be one of the toughest fights of his life. And for me, you know, I think the way I think, but it's a lot of people, or I ain't gonna say it's a lot. It's about a handful of people that I truly respect their point of views and their breakdowns when it comes to these fights, and they're picking a guy too. So I'm comfortable with the pick I'm making. You get what I'm saying? You can't say undeniably you know how it's gonna go, but I'm confident, man. I'm confident like these dudes gonna push each other, man. That's why I don't never get tired of talking about it, because we literally walking it down. It's the 20th, man. We got 9 more days, man. These dudes gonna give us the fight we've been wanting, man. And if you've been having fun with this shit like you supposed to, it's gonna be fun. Win, lose, or draw. Like, whoever lose, you're gonna be sick for a little while. Like, it be all right. You be all right. You be sick for a little while, but you can come over here to the Just Do station, man, and you can lick your wounds over here. You could cry a river over here. It's all good. When your man lose, it's all good. Hamed said his hands were falling apart from repeated fractures and surgeries. The pain, suffering was too much, and he was starting to lose the infamous punching power because of the pain. When he threw hard, man, Thrill Hill, appreciate that, bro, because I never knew. I always wanted to know why Prince Nassim stopped after. I just never looked into it, but I just wondered. And salute to my bro, man. Much love and appreciation in that super chat, man. He said my son friend got a NAOYA. I said, okay, why? He says the media buzz and attention, the one they hyping up. So he has to be better. It goes to show a lot of people only know who popular and watch every blue moon. Can't make this up, man. Man, really. Man, I listen. I know Monster and NAOYA is dangerous, right? And I'm expecting his punching power to carry up, right? But when I look at that matchup, I look at what I hear is, and you would assume, right, that this fight is going to be at the elite level. This fight is going to be fought at the elite level, right? So the way I think, this is just how I think, in my opinion, right? I know right off the top that most people are comfortable picking Monster NAOYA because of the punching power. They feel comfortable that he'll be able to knock him out, wear him down, catch up to him, beat him up, all these different things, right? But I feel like at the elite level, you need more than just this punching power that they keep talking about. So in my mind, I get to thinking, like, you know, I just feel like you need more than that. And I feel like Cool Boy is more than that. You know what I'm saying? He's more versatile, in my opinion. I think he fights at the 3 ranges more consistently and better. I seen his ability to be in the inside, mix it up, and get dirty. I seen him stand the outside, box guys' heads off. I seen him take numerous O's. You get what I'm saying? The dude got his experience. He's battle tested, man. And I don't think he been spoon fed. And I don't think he had no easy road and none of that. I think Cool Boy is really battle tested. I think he made for it. I think he got a good team, a good trainer behind him. I think he gonna take advantage of the moment. I'm very optimistic that this man could go out there and win this fight, yo. I really do. And look, it ain't supposed to be easy at this level, but he ain't the one refusing VADA test and making them postpone fights and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So he on the even playing field. I hope they on the even playing field, but this man know what he gotta. He know what he got in front of him, man. And like I said, he manifested this fight about 3 years in advance before it happened, man. 3 years before this, about 2020 something, he told his team that he was going over to Japan to fight this dude and make a lot of money. And you fast forward to today, you know what I'm saying? What is it, Tuesday? We get this fight, and I'm rooting for him 100%, and I will be up calling this fight.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, right. Salute to you, and much love, Brody. Said 39-1 still makes the Hall of Fame, right? This fight blow up the boxing media, YouTube, so I appreciate both boxers. Right, Tone. Listen, it take two great fighters to make a great fight, bro. And when people get past their feelings, like a lot of times, I hate, like what I hate, don't call me no Spence fan. Like I hate that. You get what I'm saying? Because, and the reason I'm not saying I'm not a supporter of his, but don't just, when you call me a Spence fan, that's like saying I don't rock with the other guy just because I think one gonna win over the other. I hate that. So it's like, once people get past their feelings, this is a fun fight to talk about, and it's gonna be fun to talk about it after it's over. And whoever went, man, it's gonna be a lot to talk about, man. Fulton plus 460 by decision is too sweet. Yes, sir, man. That's some good money right there. The witness and excuses tonight, Roy. There are no more tears to cry or wounds to lick. Pause. Right. After seeing your man, right. It's really looking at the power. Right. Fulton is about to put on a clinic. I'm telling you, Bole, I feel confident that he can do it, bro. It's the type of folks that only look at YouTube highlights and not analyze whole fights. I'm telling you, yo, the more you love this sport and the more you go back and analyze them fights, I swear you will have fun. I promise you. Take it from me, you'll have fun. I even watch, when you really love it, I really watch black and white, some black and white boxing, and was having fun. And it's crazy because of what you're able to pick up on when you actually watching. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be watching to learn. Like, I enjoy boxing, but I'll be watching it to pick up, to learn. It's always something to pick up on and learn, man. It's always something. Just don't see Fulton allowing any way to knock him out. You get what I'm saying? 817, I think he know what's in front of him, and he got to fight like that. It's like Andre Ward said, man, you got to have your mind made up from the rip, man. You're not going tonight, man. You get what I'm saying? I take those words from him, and I believe that mentality is real, man. Like, you ain't going, man. Look, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do more than punch, bro. You're going to have to really, you know what I mean? He ain't coming there to lay down, but I know Monster anyway is going to come to fight too, man. That dude's strong. And he been having it all his way. It will be interesting to see if things are not going his way, how he responds when a fight is not going in his favor. You get what I'm saying? That's what I would like to see. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, these are the type of fights that boxing need, and it's worth our money, our time. And like I said, I'm going to be up calling. I don't care what time it's on. I'm going to be up. He's a damn good boxer. He definitely got more than power. You get what I'm saying? It's just that versatility that cool boy got, and, you know, the defensively responsible what he needs to be. You know what I mean? Flash KO, what's good with it, fam? I like the young man Fulton, but Japan, I see some shady things. Might arise fight week. Nah, bro. Like, I don't know if you heard. You right. No, if you heard, man, he had initially refused like some VADA testing or something. That's out there, and they said they had to postpone the fight because of that. I mean, film watching machine. Yeah. Every time I speak to you, bro, you be watching fights. Every time. Bernie Spitbug and Big Cheeto both got some explaining to do. Probably starts around 7 a.m. Right. The last Monster NAOYA fight I was on for, that one was even way earlier in the morning. That was wild. I did that one, so I'm definitely I'll be up in time for that one for sure. Seeing it just the first fight with Donaire anyway, had a broken orbital bone in that fight and thugged it out. He's got fortitude, absolutely he did. Yeah, he did. I do remember him getting touched up pretty good, getting that orbital smashed up. And you know, most people get their orbital broken and it'd be over for them. They don't even finish the fight. So that dude definitely is tough. But I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna say this. Based on what was out there, that refusing the VADA testing is wild to me. I'm sorry. And I ain't going to lie to y'all, it pisses me off a little bit. Because, come on, man, we don't need no extra stories, bro. Just do what you're supposed to do so nobody has nothing to say and nothing to speculate. We want to see dudes be on an even playing field, and we don't want to see no shady shit, man. You know what I'm saying? This man giving you an opportunity to let alone he's going over there to where you're from, where you at in your hometown, where they treat you like the king. You know what I mean? He giving you an opportunity at them straps. The least you could do is be on the even playing field. And that's all I'm saying based off the information that's out there. I don't like to hear stuff like that. How you gonna bitch at VADA like you don't know what time it is? You know what you signed up for, dude? That's a big fight. They're not about to let you slip by. Like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? Right. No Japanese or American judges. Right. It should be fair when it comes to that. Right. Right. Start having double vision. Thing is, does anyway power transfer up. Fulton is a very good fighter. His back up. Stay away pop. Man, yeah. I think it will, though, because it's like a matter of what, 4 pounds. I think it will. I think his power will still be there. Did refuse or was it simply upset? Nah, they saying like he had. I don't know if you've seen a little clip from the dude Sean from Fight Hype. He said, nah, he refused it, and because of that led to the fight being postponed. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what's out there, and they probably mad as hell at him for it, but it is what it is for putting that out there. But hey, you get what I'm saying? Man, the Renzo Island camp, they're right. Man, I'm telling you, yeah, man. He said a fan, right? Hey, man, you know what? Just for conversation purposes, that's not the same energy over there in EJ camp. I'm just saying it's different. 817. We already know. We see what they like. You know what I mean? He ain't fanned out over there. So that's like his brother or something. You know what I'm saying? You get on his ass. You got the fight was rescheduled after he complained about the testing. And that's wild. I'm just saying, I ain't saying he did nothing, but you complaining is wild, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what you signed up for. You know what I mean? That's red flag written all over it, bro. You can't do that. Famous advice to Bud. Come on, bud. You got to pick up the pace. You know what to do. Kool-Aid strong, the rider cat telling folks. I'm telling you, all I'm saying is I just know based off what it said, one camp is really thorough with their fighter. And I ain't saying the other guy's not thorough. I just don't hear a bunch of praising and ass kissing on one side, and on the other side, I keep hearing like this, you know, this, you're the greatest. And it's like that, those, if you still got to be chanted, like need to be chanted on, like you great after 39, 40 wins, that's wild, bro. I don't want nobody yelling I'm great. Tell me when I'm getting up. You get what I'm saying? He said, can you tell they don't pat it on the back too much? He said, you better stop, bro. Remember, that KO, remember, hey, one day I had made an NUA video. It was NUA and damn, was it Paul Butler? And I talked about that. I forgot, man. They was mad, yo. I lost like 100 people, yo. I never had that happen, yo. It was funny. I assumed it was from that one video. It had to be. Like one of my videos, you know how I be showing Kale, you know how I show you how many subscribers you got from a video. And my joint had a negative. I was like, yo, I laughed. I said, I ain't never seen that before, yo. My video had negative subscribers, man. It was like, man, you're misleading the fans. I was like, damn, y'all serious about this NUA guy, man. But yeah, just as far as that, you know, I would never put the jacket on him. I'll just put what's out there. And that's crazy to get a fight switched, postponed because you complaining about VADA testing. You know what you signed up for, bro. And you know they just want to make sure both fighters is on an even playing field. That's what everybody want, right? Especially when you punching through the competition the way you are. You get what I'm saying? Cold barrel on a hot day tastes just as good as that 39. Right? He said fat that look like a big body pillow, that all white. Yeah, he tripping, right? Ain't he? Tripping out, ain't he? Tripping out in that all white, man. Big marshmallow puff, bro. I swear, what he look like. Big marshmallow puff. I'm tripping out. Salute to my bro Mike Kirkland and back in the super chat, man. I bet Spence sleeping better than Crawford. They both know what they up against. Absolutely, man. That's why we're gonna get the kind of fight we're gonna get. I just hate the fact that people just call everybody that's picking one guy or the other just a fan. If you picking Crawford, that makes you a Crawford fan. You picking EJ to win, that makes you an EJ fan. Like, nah, man, we really love boxing. I have no problem. I don't pick sides in boxing. This is not the streets. I say this all the time. I just pick the guy that I think is gonna win. If I'm wrong, that's why I don't have no problem being wrong. But I don't think I'm going to be wrong about this one. I'm confident, man. EJ is stepping. Bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your
To my bro Mike, man. I believe him, man. I believe when he get in there, he gonna step. I believe Bug gonna step too. But I think if he does what EJ is expecting him to do, which is start fast to try to an effort to keep pace with him, like I said, mistakes will happen. Mistakes will happen. And how big a mistake he'll make and how much you're gonna pay for it remains to be seen. But I think anytime you ask a fighter to go out of their comfort zone, you know, in effort to be successful in a fight, it's not like he can't do it. But it is, you know, it's not going to be easy. And in doing so, mistakes will happen. Like, you got to think, you can come out and fight the way you fight and still make mistakes, let alone if you're fighting another guy's fight, you're definitely going to make mistakes. I think that's only reasonable and logical to believe and think that if you can fight at your style and your pace doing the things you like to do and still make mistakes doing so, it's safe to say that if you start a fight and you're doing what the other guy does and you're fighting his fight, you're going to put yourself in position and make mistakes that you typically don't make. You get what I'm saying? Because you're going out of your comfort zone to try to match pace with this fighter. So that's what I see being possibly problematic. On one end, you might be able to fight back with Earl a little bit, right? But on the other end, I see you possibly putting yourself in position to either make a mistake faster or depleting your gas tank late, or probably some of both. So we're going to see. It's just going to be fun to watch. This is a fight that I ain't going to get tired of talking about because we've been getting cursed out so much when we ain't even know if it was happening. Now that it's here, I'm gonna always talk about it until we get here. We're gonna walk it down, y'all. We just gonna walk it down. Derrick James look like he could fight a 10-rounder, don't he? Don't he? He do, right? Appreciate you, my bro Mike. PGH Big Dog, salute family. How you feeling? DJ gonna keep Earl grounded and a humbling experience he had. Keep him humbled. This is what I'm saying. 817. I feel like the situations that he went through, he already handled them as best somebody that been through what he been through can handle those type of situations. And I really think it gave him a different outlook and perspective about his career and where he at. And I think he understands the task that's in front of him. And I really, truly think that him and his teacher, trainer, and Derrick James both understand what it takes to be successful. You get what I'm saying? I think they know how to go about getting that business done. But the same could be said on the other side, right? You get what I'm saying? I feel like Bud Crawford got the best trainer that he can have for himself in a way, right? I feel like Bo Mack, to this point, right, it would be hard to argue against. He's been able to get what he's gotten out of him this far, right? He said it himself, Terrence Crawford, feel like his coaches and his team don't get enough credit. But, I mean, I can understand why he's saying that, but it's like, you get what I'm saying? We going off of what we able to see. So maybe some of the stuff that your coaches are responsible for, we're not able to see those things. With Derrick James, like, we see how he's on his fighters. Like, we seen how he was right in EJ ear after beating and stopping Ugas. Like, he was right in his ear whispering. We seen how after, you know, Anthony Joshua had a good but solid test and pretty decent fight with Jermaine Franklin. He was right in his ear, right on him. Like, those things just resonate with the people on a different level. Whereas Bo Mack, and no disrespect, I even got the clip, I think, in here, like, you'll see Derrick James doing that, whispering into his fighters' ears, hey, man, don't lose focus. The job ain't done. Things like that to make sure they stay in line and stay hungry. And then on one end, even though this is one of my favorite clips and I was at this fight, but this is Bo Mack. Now, although, like I said, that's one of my favorite clips. I personally like the boom boom. I like the way Keyshawn responded. That was cute. Boom boom. But I don't think that, respectfully, I think that you say that in the Errol Spence fight, that's not gonna work. The boom boom is not gonna work. So all I'm saying is, like, you just see little clips, and although it worked there, but I don't think that works against the EJ. You get what I'm saying? It's just a little different. Like, the sound bites that we get from the trainers would just be a little different. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe sometimes people just resonate more with the things that Derrick James say as opposed to some of the stuff they hear Bo Mack say. But I think it would be crazy to say he's not a good trainer. I'm not going to say that. I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean? Right, man. Both undefeated for the undisputed. Everything else to me is entertainment. Right. It's fun. It's all fun, bro. You got to enjoy this. You got to enjoy Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute to the OG. Gertz, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Right, everyone's flocking to D. James, best in the business. He's just a smart dude, teacher, trainer. I think he's very efficient. He understands the game at a high level. And he's all about putting you in the best position to be successful. I truly believe that about him. And that's just how he go about his business. He don't do he don't waste time. You don't waste your time. He about business, man. I just like what I see from him, man. I mean, look how defensive and responsible Key Pop was right there, though. Yeah, nah, he went for it. He went for it, 817. He went for it right there. He know he had dude, though. He had that guy. That guy was he had him beat up. What's up, Andy? In my opinion, like a guy who will press the action. Just keep testing him. Just keep testing him and see how his punching power develops. See if he can develop a nice punch. Because right now he can box. He can do a lot in there. Andy Cruz. He got good feet, good balance, good distance, nice, good reflexes. He was going to the body well. Only thing I seen was just a lack of power, it seemed like. That's all. Just a lack of power. Dude shows up to at least one kid in a position to protect him. Nah, you're right. You get that with inexperience, man, with time and stuff like that. But I think in that moment he had that particular dude hurt. I was at that fight. He beat that dude up. He had him hurt and he was just beating him up. Dude was tough though, because he wasn't like out of it. They did stop it a little early. You know what I mean? A little early. Dude looked like he could have continued to. Just realized so cold. Nelson is 35. Oh, Steve Nelson. Yeah, he getting up there, but he be fighting. He can fight though. Sacrifice with Bomac didn't provide much instruction to his guy. This one Rob Brandt fight comes to mind. The man came back to the corner of Bomac and said, substance. I'm telling you, it'd be crazy like that. Some lower level cats, right? And that's what I think that was a matter of that 817. Him knowing that. He knew what he had in front of him. Get what I'm saying? He knew. But yeah, hell no, you can't do that with Vila, man. He'd probably send your head front row somewhere. He'd probably send your joint front row somewhere, bro. Nah, but I like the let me see. I like so far what I've been saying from what you call him, Tupac Davis. You know what I'm saying? So far, so good. It's just a matter of continuing to learn and put it together on the night. Like he got a fight coming up this Saturday. I'm definitely gonna be clued in because we done seen Kid Austin fight his fight, good fight. We done seen Frank Martin have his fight, good fight. Now we want to see what Keyshawn Davis do. Now the eyes gonna be on him, right? So let's see what he do. Let's see if he go out there and impress. You get what I'm saying? If he go out there and put a hurting on this dude. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see him beat some ass. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see him really like turn up and really like make me make more people believe it, prove me more right. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, that's 817 name for him, if I'm not mistaken, call him Tupac Davis. 817 be calling Tupac Davis. Yeah, man. When I see Renzo in the chat for the first time today, I already know it's 817. I ain't even gotta read it. I ain't even gotta read it, bro. Oh man, but yeah, we call him Tupac Davis. My girl love her some Keyshawn though, boy. Love her some Keyshawn, but I rock with him though, man. Like I seen 2 of his fights in person so far. I seen him beat up the guy that I just showed y'all in that clip. I was there in that one, and I seen him beat up what's his name? Anthony Yiggett. And the reason why I liked it, the Anthony Yiggett fight, because he showed me some maturity there. Like, I think he got to a point where he was like, head hunting just a bit. And I think he caught himself. He slowed down. I seen him like, stay behind the jab. I was seeing good defense. He was good upper body movement. He was slipping shots. He was going to the dude body. He was like breaking them down, good uppercuts. He was fighting in the inside. He was boxing. He was moving. He showed me a little bit of his bag, yo. You get what I'm saying? He showed me, a nice, well-rounded fight for the level of opposition that he's in there with, right? I get it. It's not a world beater, right? But it's just all of it's building blocks, right? Just keep on building off the performances, you know what I'm saying? So the 2 times I seen him, he got stoppages, you know what I'm saying? Both times, I don't even think he lost a round in either of those fights, bro. So I get it that they're not killers. But again, when guys are not killers, I don't want to see you struggle with those guys either, if that's fair to say. You get what I'm saying? So although I know they're not world beaters, they're part of the maturation process that he's going through to obviously build him into being a more quality fighter. You get what I'm saying? So I think with the guys that he's in there with, he's showing you at least like these dudes definitely can't rock with me. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna be no run-of-the-mill fighter that just get in there and beat him. I don't think. I think it'd take a pretty solid fighter to beat him. You know what I'm saying? I think what he showed us so far is a solid guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's improving. He's very confident. And I'm going to be paying attention this Saturday, man. Mr. Machines, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash the like button if y'all haven't, man. Salute to my bro Mike in that Cash App, man. Much love and appreciation.
And we
Mike.
ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love and appreciation to my bro. Appreciate you, Mike. Good, bro. That's what I like to hear, man. I'm good over here. Baby boy just came home today, so I'm happy about that. So I'm extra good right now. That's reason why I would like to see someone force him to use his defense a tad bit more. I want to see what that looks like. Right, man. It's some of the, that's some of the best fighters are guys that's able to perform at a high level, even in those moments of uncomfortability. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. What I seen in his last fight is I seen the attention to detail. I seen a willingness to make his guy miss and make him pay slip shots and really be responsible defensively. I seen a nice balanced performance from him, right? And I don't overstate it. I just know what a solid performance is when I see it. That's a good performance. Like, it's not a ton of negatives to take away. The dude wasn't giving up rounds. He wasn't getting hit with a ton of stupid shots. He was entertaining the crowd, but he wasn't doing it too much. He wasn't overdoing it, right? He was doing it just enough to get people going, but he was giving you a nice, consistent effort, like, and a consistent, display of offense. Like, that's what I like. I appreciate it. So it was a nice, rounded performance. So again, he's just building from here. So now he's in here with the guy. Let's go to the guy that he's fighting, man. Go to it. See how many fights this guy got exactly. I just like what I see. Again, I respect the maturation process that has to take place for a fighter to get better, right? Can't just go straight in there with killers. Not everybody, right? He only 8-0, 6 knockouts. He's fighting Francisco Patera, you know what I'm saying? 28-3. This guy is 28-3. So, you know what I'm saying? 31 fight veteran. Let's see if this guy's ever been stopped at all. No, he's 28-3. You know what I mean? 10 KOs. He's never been stopped. Last time he lost was back in 2017. It was a unanimous decision. So I want to see what he's able to do with this guy. Dude got a lot of experience. Like I say, he's a 31 fight veteran. Keyshawn Davis is coming into that fight with 8 fights under his belt. I understand the test. Mr. Vegas, what's happening, family? How you know it? You know his offense is good, right? I was seeing some of his defense, and I don't know if they got the fight still up, but him in the last fight he was in, you'll see some flashes of his defense, upper body movement, his ability to slip punches and, you know what I mean, counter dude. You'll see it. Appreciate your Mr. Machines. Much love, Brody. Appreciate that, fam. Appreciate you, AJ, man. Yes, man, baby boy is he probably sleep now, but everything is on the up and up. So family is great, and your boy Justice is great. I mean, I'm even better. But yeah, man, we will see, man. He got his fight coming up. Like I say, got a guy, and a lot of times people see those opponents and they're like, he ain't fighting nobody. He's fighting a dude with a ton of pro experience, more than he has. It's a test for the right reasons. Now it's how he performs and how he goes out there and look. You know what I mean? Under them lights. And like I said, Keyshawn pretty much, he usually does his thing, bro. He usually does his thing. So I expect him to go out there and shine, but let's see how good he looks. Let's see if he's able to stop a guy that never been stopped or really beat a guy down that, you know what I mean, worse than he's ever been beaten. Let's see. Andy Cruz just has Keyshawn number. Yeah, sometimes Bole, sometimes people end up having your number in the amateurs and pros. Like, rest in peace to Vernon Forrest. He had Shane Mosley number in the amateurs and pros. You know what I'm saying? But it does remain to be seen if that will be the case for them. I still would want to see that fight whenever they figure that out and put that in position. I would love to see them dudes fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they had some competitive fights. The way people make it sound, they make it seem like Keyshawn was just getting washed or something. And I don't think that was the case when I'm looking at the fights. But nonetheless, a win is a win. And Andy Cruz was winning straight up. So just got to give him his respect. But why I would want to see it in the pros, because some people just simply have a better amateur style, or some people master that amateur style and they're able to transition over to the pros and be great, hell of a professional as well. And then you got some guys that seem like they're better amateurs than they are pros. You don't know if Andy Cruz is going to be one of them, but I doubt it. I think his transition to the pro game will be smooth. But the only knock on him that I can see right off the bat, he just don't look like he have a ton of power right now. And again, let's see how he look against somebody else. He fought a guy in Burgos that been in there with punches like Mikey Garcia and never been stopped. So, you know, it's no knock on him there for not stopping him, but I just didn't see a lot of oomph behind them punches. And that's no knock to him. He was sharp. He was fast. He was, you know, responsible defensively. Didn't take a lot. He didn't get hit a lot. You know, Andy Cruz was in his bag and he was having fun. Good pro debut, strong win. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. You get what I'm saying? And then we look how good Robisi was as an amateur. In his first fight, he lost. He got dropped in his very first fight and lost it. You get what I'm saying? But he avenged that loss some fights later, beat the hell out the dude, knocked snot out his nose and all types of stuff. So now some dudes just, they master that amateur style. And some guys just naturally have more of a natural pro style. You get what I'm saying? I feel like Keyshawn Davis, that's something that I've seen from him, the way he fights. He has more of a pro style, and that's something that you hear about. Like, you know what I'm saying? No excuse. Andy Cruz beat him fair and square, but I feel like he's one of those guys that would be better, even better possibly in the pros than in the amateurs because of like I said, some guys are masters at that scoring system that's, the amateur system is, that point system. And then some guys are, just better at, turning them punches over and hurting you, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see, man. So far, so good for Andy Cruz. Like, I don't have a bunch of stuff to knock him on. Like, he's a hell of a fighter, tremendously talented. He can do a lot of things in there. But like I said, I just want to see how his punching power going to turn out. You know what I mean? Vernon drop Shane. Man, bro, who you telling, bro? I was sick when he was beating Shane up, bro. I was mad as hell, man. I was for sure. I was like, man, he beat him in the amateurs. This the pros. Now I was talking cash. I was like, man, he ain't going to beat him, man. He ain't going to beat him. That's the young boy in me, the Shane Mosley fan, man. He went out there and chipped my boy Shane, man. Yeah, man, not in that fight. And he was getting handled, bro. Me too. And that's the crazy part, Mike Kirkland. That's how you know triangle theories don't work, bro. Vernon Forrest beat Mosley in the amateurs, turned around, beat him twice in the pros. But then he lost to get knocked out by Mayorga. But then Shane Mosley knocks out Mayorga. It's crazy, bro. That's so crazy right there. That chain of events is so crazy. Like, because I felt like he for sure, if you could beat a Shane Mosley, you could for sure beat a Mayorga. You would think stylistically, like, bro, you could beat Shane, you definitely could beat Mayorga. Nope. Mayorga just had his number. It's crazy how boxing work out. And that's what goes to show you that styles really make fights, especially when you're able to implement said style on a guy. You get what I'm saying? Examples like that exemplify why triangle theories are far from the exact science. Right. That's a fact. And Shane whooped Mayorga's at right, bro. Jumped on him, right? It was crazy. Andy Cruz versus Devin. Man, Devin. Man, Devin, the man. He the man. He got a decision to make tomorrow, I think it is, right? Tomorrow's the 21st. Yeah, let's see what he's gonna do, man. It's gonna be fun. Like, I just hate the fact that when you speak about him a lot of times, people make the conversation so negative. I don't get it. But he got some decisions to make. Let's see what the young man do. You know what I mean? Heavy is the head that wear the crown, right? And he got the crown and all the belts. You know what I mean? So let's see what the young man do. Like I said, I'm not a guy sitting around rooting for people to lose. So I just want to see what he's gonna do to see, so we can know what we got to look forward to. But like I said before, if I was just guessing off of what Just Do think, I think his 135 days are over. I truly do wish that he would be hunting down the Tank Davis fight, like how some of his fans made videos saying that he was targeting Tank Davis for December 23rd. I still remember that date. But like I said, man, it'd be a lot being said and everything can be true. But I've never remembered a time in boxing where, like, a fighter can say anything, they'll do anything, and they'll get credit for everything they say without actually having to do it. You get what I'm saying? And I think, a lot of the things that is said about, a lot of things he say he wants to do, you end up not doing. It kind of overshadows the things that you've actually done, if that makes sense. Because instead of just, I guess, being transparent and straightforward, you allow so much speculation to take place. And then whatever narrative sounds like it's going to give you the most clout or credit at the time, that's what you run with. And that's what your people push. And all I'm saying is it'd be a number of different fighters that people will keep saying he's fighting and he'll get credit for that. And then, oh, see, I told you he was going to fight this one. Then he'll get credit for that. And it's like, what were we doing? You only can fight him one at a time, and that goes for every fighter. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that one fighter is about to fight 4 or 5 people, and then somebody say the reason he ain't fighting none of those people is because they all ducked him. It's like that, damn, we talking crazy. So it's like, I just like to call things how it is and not push narratives that suit the fighter. Like, I don't like narratives, not false ones anyway. I like narratives that help build up the sport. Like, right off the top, one narrative that I'm always push is support the fighter, win, lose, or draw. That's something I like. You get what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw, let's rock with the fighters. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know, he got the world at his feet, got a lot of decisions to make. Despite how much people make, how hard people make it to have a conversation about, I'm still going to support him because I love boxing, right? And I like what he brings to the table in terms of work ethic, dedication, focus. You know what I mean? Being a very disciplined young fighter. I like that. It's a lot to like there. You know what I'm saying? So I just focus on that, right? And just leave it like that. Be confident. One more fight left in the match. Yeah. I just don't, respectfully, to me, I don't think he's 100% confident that he'll be 100% fighting either one of those dudes at 35 because of the situation, not because he's scared of anybody. Just because I don't, it's levels to it, right? And you will want to be at 100% fighting anybody. I think that's realistic. So I don't push the narrative that he's scared or ducking anybody, right? I just think, you know, when you build yourself up the way he's built himself up, you've done a lot of that by being smart and strategic. You get what I'm saying? So you don't just turn around and then all of a sudden throw all of that away to be dumb. You know what I mean? Just to try to be, you know, a tough guy, so to speak. So, you know what I mean? It's just going to be fun to see what decision is made. You know what I mean? And I say this we say this all the time because, you know, we know this date is approaching for tomorrow, and we're going to see what he do. Is it Regis? You know what I'm saying? Is it 35? I think it's going to be something at 40, though, to be honest, because that's what his body is telling him. And I ain't going to be mad at it. You know what I mean? I know some other people that's going to be, but I'm not. You get what I'm saying? It's all good. Just go do what's best for you at the end of the day. I mean, I think that's disregarded detractors. If he doesn't feel comfortable making 135 move up, yeah, he got to. But I think he could have avoided a lot of that if he'd have said that too, right off the bat. Like, there's a lot of speculation that just wouldn't have to take place if, you know what I'm saying, if you would have said it, you know what I mean? But I could understand why you ain't ready to give up what you earned for. You just got it. So, you know what I mean? So I get it. He's relating. That's why I'm home early today. Oh yeah, man, too much hype boosts earning the shine the right way, right? He absolutely is, man. Joseph was good with it. So you're not the most up? I don't think so. I think they be creating a lot of those narratives, though. You get what I'm saying? I do. I think because they said too many people ducked them in the shortest time span. I've never heard this happen before, and I know that's narrative based. You know what I'm saying? TBS, what's good with it, Kyle? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. How you been, family? Drunk Irishman, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? So look, yeah, like again, I know y'all. A lot of people want to believe that everybody just ducking them. You know what I mean? I just don't think that's the case. You get what I'm saying? But look, I'm not gonna argue with nobody if that's what they want to run with, because you got to see how they just did it. Like, I can show you a video of people saying Shakur ducked him, right? And this is why I have a problem with the duck thing. I seen several videos saying Shakur ducked him, right? But they told Shakur to go petition to be the mandatory. So his managers contacted not only the WBC, but the WBO as well. And I expect if your trainer thought was like, why don't he go petition to be the mandatory? Why don't he go press the issue and this and that? Then when he goes and does it, and his team reaches out to 2 different sanctioning bodies, the trainer thought cannot be then, oh, he's still ducking or it's capped. I think that's nonsense. Like, let's just be men about it. We asked him to do something. He did it. It's like, you just got to respect it and see where it goes from there. There's nothing more he can do on his end to show you that he wants to fight. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's real man business. Like, you go make the one move that you can't make. And you know what? He ain't stopped at 1 sanctioning body. They went to 2. You can't then say, oh, he's still ducking and he don't want to fight. I have an issue with that because I feel like that's narratives that people are driving, right? I can show you videos right now with people saying Regis Prograis ducked him, right? But we all know that that's still a possibility of the fight happening. So you see what my issue, that's just 2 of the most recent ducks. And it's like, nobody can have no real actual fact that or proof that any of these dudes ducked them, aside for them wanting to push a narrative just to make the fighter look like less than. And I just can't rock with that. I love real boxing and real boxing conversations. I don't like to put jackets on fighters that don't belong. and you've never seen Shakur Stevenson duck any solitary fight. You've never seen it. So it's like same way I say for Dev, you never seen him duck nobody. You get what I'm saying? Not straight up duck him. I haven't seen it. You get what I'm saying? So I just don't put the jackets on him. But like I said, it's just in a short time span. And this one more fighter I can't remember right off top that they said ducked him as well in the same time span. I'm like, are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? How is that possible? And that's what I be saying. I got much salute to Joseph. I got much respect for the young man. I rock with what he do, but people are just not realistic with their assessments and the things that they say. Their expectations of them be unrealistic because, like I said, you'll have, depending on which fan you talking to, talking like they know what the man's next move is. And like I've said, I've heard somebody say he's targeting Tank December 23rd. I've heard somebody say he really wanted to fight Shakur next. I've heard somebody say he was going, you get what I'm saying? He going to fight Regis next. I heard a little whisper real quick about Arnold Barboza for a second. You know what I mean? But, and this is like all of those things can be true. He's only going to pick one guy because he only can fight one at a time. You get what I'm saying? So that's my only issue with the Ducks. Like they be creating them. And I'm telling you, OG ran it down one morning. Salute to Fanon. He ran it down one morning, very, very straight down the middle. And he said it even better than I could do it because he remembered all the fighters that they were saying ducked them. And I'm like, yo, y'all really be putting them jackets on people. It's like when fights don't work out, say if it's any type of conversation about a fight and it don't materialize, they'll just assume that one of the guys ducked. That we won't consider that the business just didn't work out. We'll just go right to calling somebody a duck. Never mind if the business didn't line up for them. These dudes fighting for their life. If they can't agree to something and, you know, it fall apart, then it is what it is. But we know what blatant ducking or avoiding is, right? Like, no disrespect. What Canelo was doing with David Benavidez is wild. You get what I'm saying? The fact that John Ryder got an opportunity to fight Canelo and fight for undisputed and not David Benavidez fighting in back-to-back title eliminators is wild. That's avoiding. And I don't even like to say ducking because it's so overblown, right? But that's clearly avoiding a guy. That's clearly avoiding a dude that's a credible opponent that you should fight. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's guys that's really ducking or really avoiding guys, but they don't want to say it, bypassing the promoters and going speaks volumes, going straight to the sanctioning body. And that's all I'm saying. Like, at that point, there's nothing negative to say about Dev. He did what he did, and he did what he did, right? You just let the business take care of itself and see what happens. Like both guys, to the fans of Devin, the supporters of Devin, and I'm one too. Y'all feel like he offered what he offered, right? Or Bob offered it, however it went. And Shakur did the only one thing he could do. His team got in touch with the people, and then you just let it be that. I'm not looking for a reason to be like, well, see, I told you he's a duck. I can come up with I just ain't with the narratives. I like whatever. We'll see if they fight. Devin will never fight. Tank, salute to the Queen, Miss Joe, in that super chat. I mean, I would love to see it, man. I would love to see it because I think that'd be one of the most entertaining fights to watch for a number of different reasons, contrasting styles, past history, like, you know, them both being top dogs, being at the top of the game. It'll be a fun fight to watch. I hope I'm optimistic that it happens at some point.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to Miss Joe. I appreciate you, Queen, man. We just want to see the best fight. It doesn't require too much talk, really. It don't. Fate, what's good, my bro? Appreciate you, Miss Joe. How you feeling? Appreciate you, Queen. Salute to my bro, Fate. What's good with it, fam? Waiting for me to pop out. You know, I was waiting for my boy, man. Where you at, man? Spence looking shape. Yeah, he is. He don't look slower than me. The little bit I seen, me either. And neither do Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford looks sharp. Some people feel like he don't look as fluid, but I don't want to, you know, I can understand what people be saying, but I don't want to overanalyze it. Get what I'm saying? I think both dudes going to be in tremendous shape come fight night, and we're going to get one of the best fights that boxing could deliver because you got two stubborn-ass dudes like that don't want to take no for an answer, don't want to take a backward step, don't want to lose, don't know about losing. All they do is win as professionals, so and neither guy officially been knocked down and knocked out, none of that. So it's gonna be fun. Probably Jamal repeatedly about 10. He said, yeah, nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. All facts, Will. It's all facts, bro. That is it. Tank Devin Press gonna be funny as hell. Calvin gonna talk crazy, but we do. That'd be funny. I love that, man. Devin's build, dog. By who I tell you, man. I'm telling you, man, that'd be fun though. We're Tanky high from the fans. I don't know, man. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me see. Tank Devi. Yeah, I don't know. Joe, I think he probably enjoying himself a little bit though. You know what I'm saying? Not like on something crazy, but I think, you know, after that situation, I definitely think he taking a quick breather. That's just what I think. Like, I don't know what he's doing, right? But I would just assume that that's a possibility of him taking some time to himself, a little breather. A little breather. A little breather. But man, we gonna see, man. We gonna see, man. Like, look, man. But after hearing that Ryan made potentially that much money, bro, man, that's crazy. He say he made that much money. That would Tank at, and he really shows passion for his fighters and has good IQ. Nah, real talk, Fate, real talk. He do. Salute to the baby girl, the queen, Miss Just Do. How you feeling, baby girl? Go ahead and get you some rest. Get that good old sleep in. That's what Tank doing. Just in case I need a little. That's what they doing. Slap boxing. Thirsty. Yeah, look at Tank. And Tank and Richardson Hitches in there slappity boxing up. Yeah, man, my baby boy is home today. I'm happy. I'm gonna go mess with him when I get off live. Y'all already know I'm gonna be bothering them. All day. Baby boy, he gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna be on his helmet. Ryan popped out to support EJ. I like to see it. See, all you gotta do is be a man of your word. Be yourself. Ryan was the most trolled to be cool to people. Yeah, Ryan is a good kid to me. Chicken talk was good with the family. What's good, bro? How you feeling? Chop was good. Golden Boy was flexing on Stanionis for what he said. Yeah, that's weak, man. Stanionis deserve better treatment, man. I know the situation is unfortunate with Virgil, but they can't keep that man hostage like that. Good for Ryan, man. That's a lot of money. Tank probably got close to that. You know they both got paid. Chop, you know they got paid. And look, I only go off of what they put that's out there. I can't back up or argue if it's 30 million or 25 or 20, you know, but what I'm saying is I think that at least the success of that fight shows that boxing is in a good place and that people can stand and make a lot of money when you give us a fight that people want. And whether people or not, they wanted to make it seem like that was a fight that boxing didn't need and it was an exhibition and all that. I'm like, hey, man, they did some numbers and it showed a lot of interest, man. And I think they truly combined their forces and their followings and they captured the imaginations of both diehards and casuals. And I think that's why it did so well. That's just me, though. Someone I knew he said Tank the gym yesterday, so he working. Talk to him, bro. Talk to him, man. Yeah, you know, and you know Brody looped in. Talk to him. Put that work in, Tank, because I'm telling you, man. So I just like, yo, again, man, my conversations is about really, like, I love the boxing, bro. I love this shit. I love to see the sport doing well. I love to see more people saying they watching it. You get what I'm saying? Tuning in. Like, think about it. You had Tank Davis is going to capture the imaginations of casuals because he's the knockout cell, right? But people, if you watch boxing, you know he can box. So you get in both with him. Ryan, he's going to capture the imagination of the casuals because he gets the knockouts and he got a fan base and a following, obviously. You put them two things together and you got a winning formula, bro. Them dudes, I'm glad they made money. I'm glad they was cool after the fight. Glad Ryan Garcia mom hugged Tank, man. These dudes ain't beefing. That's why I be saying, if they not beefing in real life, why am I going to be beefing back and forth with somebody about my opinion? These dudes be going, they made a bag. They good. 30 M's. Tank. Hey, Tank, come punch Just Do in his ribs for 30. I don't even need 30. Give me one. You can come over here right now. Hey, Tank, you need some sparring? Hey, man, you need some sparring? You need some sparring? Hey, Tank, you need some sparring, Tank? I got you, Fate. Hey, Tank, you need some sparring, Brody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just holler at your boy if you need some sparring. You know what I'm saying? Tank Shakur, Super 5. I really think that's the Super Bowl, like he said, bro. I really think that's the Super Bowl. I really do. Salute to my bro left, man. Appreciate you, family. Time to let Anton Russell loose on 140 division. Yeah, Bola, he in August 12th, right? He's back August 12th, I believe. I believe he's back August 12th against Kent Cruz, I think they said, right? Excuse me, y'all. Nah, they tripping. Yeah, I see it fate. Nah, they bugging. EJ looks sharp. He look dangerous. He look like he ready. Both of these fighters look ready, bro. Both of them. All that he looks stiff and slow. Nah, he looks sharp. He looks sharp. It ain't too much other to make than that. He ready. That man is ready to fight, man. Shakur gonna try to control the range all night. Till he'll find a hole the second he can. I'm telling you he will, boy. I'll be on pins and needles, boy, watching Tank and Shakur fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be like, no. I'd be like, chill, Tank. Nah, chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't hit my young boy like that. Don't hit my young boy like that. But he definitely will, yo. He definitely will, Fate. Appreciate you, Mike, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Baby Dude is finally here, and I'm happy, man. I'm happy he here. I'm gonna go mess with him in a little bit. And he be listening to this good old boxing talk. That's how my girl say he be going to sleep. So I think that's dope. Tone, that's I said, same Mike Tyson. I'll jump in. You get what I'm saying, Tone? Like, bro, punch me in my ribs right now. Just let me go online and pick out my Tempur-Pedic, my memory foam pillows, and look, we good. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and pick my bed out, bro. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I heard that, from what I understand, the unexpected naps is the best. So go ahead. I don't get that. Sometimes my sleep don't be good anyway. So I need a good nap. You know what I'm saying? I could use a good nap. Javelov is back August 12th on ESPN. Okay, the best everywhere in the world behind Wilder. I got to check him out more. Chicken Talk. I keep hearing about him, and I think I've seen him maybe once. And that's not enough for me. I need to watch him more because I keep hearing that a lot, like a good praise about this dude and his skill, y'all. So I got to pay attention to him. I mean, I think I only seen him once. I think that's the kind of tall, right? Tall dude. That's him. I think that's the one my bro was telling me about. That's him. I think I seen him once. I think it's him. It's him. Let me see, man. Yeah. You just can't make a lot of mistakes with Tank. He don't need that much to change the fight and your life. He just don't need that much. I always say that. This is gonna be footwork, chess match. Yeah. If you want to see a fight that I could think of right off the bat, that'll show you like how good Shakur feet is and his foot placement and that lead foot. Go watch him when he fought Christopher Diaz, man. His feet are phenomenal. I'm telling you, man. Them feet something different, man. It's just one of the more underrated aspects of boxing because I guess it's not exciting, right? But I guess when you understand the value and importance of it, you could appreciate great footwork when you see it and great foot placement. And when fighters is jockeying for position, a lot of times you be seeing dudes stepping on each other's front foot. Man, go watch that Christopher Diaz fight with Shakur. That was a hell of a fight to watch. I think I understand the trifecta effect at 135. Everyone's get paid. Tank versus Devin Winter fight Shakur. The money can't be denied because of the history of all three. I feel that, bro. Feel that. Needed a nap when I woke up this morning. I feel you, man. I know baby girl gonna need her a good nap. I'm gonna make sure she get it. 6'7" southpaw views with a straight missile for straight left. That is him. That is him because he's tall. That is him. I said that. I said he's tall, right? Tall guy, and I meant like a tall one. 6'7". That's him. I seen him once. How many fights? He ain't got that many fights either, right? Problem is Tank will force you to make a mistake. Tank's boxing IQ is on a different level. Absolutely is, and until his opponents start to realize that about him, I think they're gonna always fall short. They're gonna always, Fate. Nah, EJ looks sharp. He looks switched on. He look ready, bro. Ain't nothing stiff and slow about him. They tripping. They just looking for something. It's just like when if you trying to say Crawford looked bad or he looked like he was not in shape, you looking for something, right? The footwork is crazy. Right. One of the reasons that I have confidence that Shakur can win certain fights is because of the way that he's able to control distance and range. It's like it's not too many people that can control distance and range with the consistency that he does it with, right? Like it's crazy. I was just watching his most recent fight, and we was just watching how he was with the littlest, slightest movements, he'd make you miss. Like it was crazy. It was crazy to watch, yo. Joe Vlog slept my boy Richard Torres. She's sweet with him when I see him, a Torres fan. Right. Thomas, what's good with the family? How you feeling? Right. I keep hearing that, Bole. I keep hearing that, bro. Scorpius Frank based off range control. I think so too, Fate. Range control, experience, and pedigree. And pedigree, respectfully, for me, Fate, for me. And that Spanship aside, that's a control distance and range better than him. I think he'll settle into a rhythm faster than he would. And I think he's smarter. I think he's been in there with so many different styles. You know what I mean? It'd just be a matter of adjusting. And I think that he'll have no problem doing it. But it'd still be a good fight. I don't think he'll just walk through Frank Martin. I don't think he'll just, little boy him or nothing like that at all, right? I think it'll be a very good fight, interesting fight. But I got Shakur winning convincingly, though. But in a competitive fight. When I look back, it was Bo Mack when he took that snack break. Like I said, you know what I say? I said this to people before, right? And this is just me. This is my interpretation of it, right? I was seeing people going back and forth about Shakur because of the Frank Martin fight. And because of the criticism Frank Martin received, people feel like right away they got to find a performance of Shakur's to try to match with that. You can't. Because you can't find a performance where he lost 3 or 4 rounds. You can't find that. That doesn't exist so far in the fights that he's had. You get what I'm saying? Thus far, he hasn't had any single fight where somebody won 4 rounds against him. So it's like, and I seen somebody say, well, you had people act like Shakur never had an off night. Let's be clear. I've seen all 20 of them fights. The only off night that I've heard people constantly refer to is the Nakatila fight. And I'm about to go to just to show people how bad the scorecards was. And if an off night is me beating you every single round and dropping you, hey, man, I will take that any day of the week. Any day of the week. So, again, people off nights, everybody off night ain't the same. Like, you know what I mean? Some people off nights hit just a little bit different. Get what I'm saying? Let me go to this fight, man. Nakatila, man. Yo, the scorecards, bro. The scorecards, he dropped Nakatila in round 4, right? Dropped him in the 4th round. Scorecards was 120 to 107 across the board. He completely beat the hell out of that dude. Now, he didn't do it with the offensive display that he did with a JERMELL Hearn, right? Of course. But, again, that dude has some punching power to worry about, so he wasn't stupid. He was smart about that, but he beat the absolute hell out that dude, bro. He's at every range. But see, think about it, Ant. That's pretty much saying what I'm saying. You're saying how comfortable he is at every range because he can control you from any range that he's at. He's usually in control from whatever range he decides to fight at. You get what I'm saying? But I get you. We both right. You get what I'm saying? I think it's how he control range. You feel like how comfortable he is at each range and controlling you. So I feel like we're saying the same thing. We just know that distance and timing and controlling that range is very important because he knows what range to be at and what defensive moves to make you miss. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Right. Absolutely, though. At least Frank wants to smoke, unlike these other captains. Man, look, Frank did not have a bad fight. He did not have an off night. He just had a guy that fought back. He didn't have his best night, but I still don't feel like it was his off night. You get what I'm saying? Winning 8 or 9 rounds is not an off night to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not an off night. You had like a 7-5 situation, then maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe the fight would be closer to, you know what I mean? That'd make all the difference. But yeah, me too, Fate. Me too. He just didn't do offensively what he normally does, but I think it was a beautiful performance. He could have did more, yes, but did he have to? No. If it's recorded the true 50-50, it is, bro. You're going to have to be sharp like Mayweather. Absolutely. I know Richard Torres sick now here. Jabalov is now signed to Top Rank, especially. They know what they're doing. Yeah, IB, salute, family. How you feeling, bro? I'm just saying for sure. I'll give an example, though. Yeah, talk to me, bro. Talk to me. They're hoping to build up Torres to get a money fight. I could see that. Not shooting that, but he's great at controlling range with his jab, but he does always look comfortable. I agree with that, Ant. I agree with that. Right. You right. That's why I say we both right. We still talking about we talking about range and controlling the fight. You know what I mean? And another thing with any fighter that can control distance and range, they have a ability. Those fighters have the ability to lower a fighter's punch output. So if you are a guy that throw a lot of punches, a dude is very good at controlling distance and range and being comfortable at any range that he's fighting at, you get what I'm saying, has that ability to really lower a guy that usually is a high volume, high output guy. It cut that in half, man, because you just won't be in range for this guy to be comfortable to let his shots off. And that's what I was telling people about how a matchup between Shakur and Zepeda play out, in my opinion. William Zepeda, we know he throw a lot of punches, right? But I'm telling you, with that boy controlling, that young man controlling that distance and range like that, it'll be very hard for him to let off as many shots as he normally does. And I noticed something about William Zepeda. You got to be right in front of him for him to look good like that. Moving targets presents issues for guys that's used to having a way and throwing a lot of punches, because you got to be in a wheelhouse or within range for them to let off on you. And if you know how to control distance and range and know how to get yours and get out and stay out of harm's way, you force that fighter to make an adjustment, and he has to be smarter when he throws, and he can't just be throwing caution to the wind. How dude is known to do, and I think he'll get picked apart if he did that. Arnold still learning his own strengths and weaknesses. He came in the game late. Absolutely, Thomas. Absolutely. The only thing is, he's 28. Time ain't on his side in the best way. Like, he ain't old by any stretch, but he want to put a move on it, right? He want to make everything count. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely still learning on the job. I think he picked it up at 18, but his learning curve was crazy, man. I'm very impressed to see what Frank Martin is for a fighter that picked up boxing that late. It's very impressive. You know what I'm saying? Very impressive. Jared is media type of fight, but it's one side of my Jared levels above. Yeah, Richard Torres so wild, bro. That'll make the guy miss and just reset. A tie up, Shakur will stay right in the pocket after making the guy miss. Fire back instantaneously. A game of inches, and that will be the difference. You get what I'm saying? Because see, his transitions, that's another thing I didn't bring up. His transitions from defense to offense or offense to defense is some of the smoothest I've seen in boxing. And he can be very defensive minded and then switch to offense and make you pay, like you saying, after making you miss. It's some of the prettiest work you could watch. You get what I'm saying? It's very pretty to watch. Jared's levels below Java level. You think so? I gotta watch Chicken Talk. You're making me want to go watch more of this dude. You know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's my homework for the day. When I get off, that's my homework. I gotta go watch this. I gotta go watch some of this dude, bro. I gotta go watch him because I keep hearing good stuff about him. And Chicken Talk say, "Hey, retire my boy, Big Baby, man." I like Big Baby. Yeah, he got some of the smoothest transitions from offense to defense that I've seen. Like with me, I can rock with you all I want, but I ain't gonna be on no blindly just rocking with you. I'm gonna be able to explain to people what I see in a fighter that I think makes them special. And again, the best fighters are able to do a lot of these things like pretty much everything at a high level and with a lot of consistency and success. You get what I'm saying? Torres is the heavyweight Sean Porter. Ain't he, bro? Ain't he? Yo, he go balls to the wall. Yo, Torres do not. You can tell as a kid, he was taught not to play with his food, bro. Man, yo, I mean, bro, you don't belong in there with him. He is going to make for sure that he allows you to know that you don't belong in there with him. I'm telling you, dude, different. He be going for it, bro. Stop hating and change the point of view and realize what Corey does is elite. The facts, he knows when you're swinging and can move so calmly out of the way and back into offense. Yeah, it's very special, yo. That his defensive awareness is very special. It makes him very special, in my opinion, because you can't hit him as clean as you would like to, and it's constantly through a whole fight. He can make you look bad. And a guy like Canelo, tremendous leap, head movement. I have to. Do we see him counter after slipping? He makes the guy miss, then admires his work. Yeah, he does that sometimes. It's right. Demetrius Leah told me today he thinks Shavlov is a top heavyweight, not a top heavyweight prospect, but a top heavyweight in all the boxing. I got to look him up some more, chicken talk, because look, one thing I've consistently heard about this dude is that he's good. Like I've heard, what's his whole name? I got to look him up. What's his whole name, y'all? What's the dude's whole name so I can look him up, man? I want to look this dude up. Because I mean, and again, one thing I keep hearing is how good he is. And one thing I'll say, if family for the ones that's bringing him up, you know how usually you hear about a prospect or a young heavyweight or any fighter, and it'll be like a lot of hype. They'll start calling him hype or something like that. And I ain't hearing nobody calling this dude hype, is what I'm saying. So it's crazy to me. Like, I think that got to be for a reason. This the 12-0 guy with 12 knockouts, y'all. He 12-0 with 12 knockouts. And that sounds probably next week too. He be on. Yeah, he do left. He been on my boy Helmet, bro. I'd like to see that fight. He did respond. He said he keep talking. We gonna see. I'm gonna show him something like that. He did respond briefly to it. I would like to see that fight if he can't get nobody else. Like, that's a good fight. That's a good fight to watch because he'll tame that boy. I really do. I really believe he'll tame him. I think due to make it interesting though. You know what I'm saying? He got some physical attributes and some things that he could make that fight very interesting. But I'm interested to see what his gas tank really like, because I seen the way he let up off the gas in his last fight. I was watching for it. It was a good performance though. But I was watching, seeing he took his foot off the gas a little bit. It seemed like he wanted to conserve that gas tank a little bit, because he been on my boy head. He been putting him on ducks and everything. And a lot of good things about him. Yeah, me too. Gonna watch some of his fights after I finish with Joe Louis. Right, man. Right, man. He there though. Chicken Talk. He nice though, man. He got some skills. He young too. You show him it's cool. Beat him. Yeah, right. It's funny when it's coming from a place like where you know people is just having fun with it, right? Where it ain't a personal thing. Like, it's fun, man. It's fun to hear him talking junk to each other. I like De Los Santos, yo. He put on a good performance, man. As a matter of fact, he been stringing together good performances since that one close win. I mean, that close loss that he had. So I respect him. You know what I'm saying? I like to see it, though, if that's what they want to do. But I would love to know what's next for him. I just don't truly know what direction they're going to go. It's going to be fun to see, though. The Suns was flip mode in his last fight, right? He started out a little hot, right? And then he calmed down. That's what I liked about the performance the most. I think he started out kind of anxious. And then he kind of slowed it down a little bit and chilled out. And he fought a controlled fight. But only thing is that Joseph Adorno just didn't have it that night. He just didn't have nothing to offer, man, to really push back. You know what I mean? De Los Santos. Yeah, it's good feet. Yeah, he's 12. This the guy. He's 12-0, right? You talking from Uzbekistan? Is he from Uzbekistan? He out there, he fighting out of Brooklyn. He 12-0 with 12 knockouts, right? 6'7". Yeah, that's him. That's him. Bakadir. I'm not sure how to say the name. Bakadir, something along them lines. So that sounds all of a sudden he's a slick boxer. You seen him in there using them skills, right, Bole? He was in there using them. Salute to my bro for his grease, man. Appreciate you, family. You talking my language today. I tell dudes, only threat. Prime Roy Jones was G-Man out of Detroit, but the only students of the game knows that film study. Talk to him, man. G-Man was real, bro. Real fighters, man. Real recognized real. That dude was another special fighter. And them dudes was dogs back in the day. Dogs, appreciate you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love and appreciation, Brody. But yeah, man. G-Man's a real one, man. A real fighter. Real fighter. Real dog, man. Gerald McClellan was a dog for sure. Absolutely, man. You watch some of those fights back in the day, you just don't know how those dudes was making it up out of there, dude. Like, man, dudes was hurting each other for sure, for sure. Salute to Tank Davis, man. Hopefully he come out with a splash, man, and give us something that we want to see. You know what I mean? Go take you know what I mean? Get rest, man. You know, see the fam and things like that. Get right back to it. But like bro said, he heard he back in the gym, so that's great. But this is something else I wanted to talk about too before we got out of here. I didn't want to spend too much time on this because anything Eddie Hearn says about Deontay Wilder, I always take with a grain of salt. Always, because from what I understand, he just don't trust, nor do he care or like Eddie Hearn. But Eddie Hearn is declared that Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder is now locked in for December in Saudi Arabia if AJ beats Dillian White August 12th. I hope this is legit. But again, like I said, family, I take this with a grain of salt because it's coming from Eddie Hearn. Like, again, Champ don't like Eddie Hearn and he don't trust him. So I don't see Eddie Hearn as being the source to credible Wilder information. Although when I do see this, I will bring it up because I do think this is a matchup that people have been wanting to see for some time. And oddly enough, both guys have taken losses since. And I think this is still a fight that people will pay for and want to see, right? And I think a lot of us feel like we know what'll happen when they fight, but we still want to see it, right? I definitely do. Speaking of dogs, I'm watching a lot of old fights from like the 1910s, 1920s. Oh, you taking it way, way back. I was watching like Jersey Joe Walcott, was it? And like the Aaron Pryors, and I'm trying to think, man. Joe Louis. I watched some Joe Louis. What's dude name? Dang, man. What's the Spanish fighter name that was a beast, man? That Aaron Pryor fought. I can't think of his name. Damn, what's the Spanish fighter, man? Not Edwin Valero, not him. Was it Salvador Sanchez? I forget, man. I forget. I just can't remember his name on top. But yeah, I was watching some recent some old stuff too, man. Coach Kenny recommended Mugabe versus Green as a watch the other day. Brutal fight. I like Mugabe versus Marvin Hagler. Hagler versus Mugabe. That was a good fight. That was a fun fight to watch. Eddie Hearn, word is a popsicle on a human day. You get what I'm saying? Like, especially when it comes to Wilder, bro. Like, especially when it comes Salvador Sanchez. I'm trying to think. I just know Aaron Pryor fought him. I'm mad. There you go. There you go. I couldn't think of it, but I knew I was going to say it. I was going to remember if somebody said it. Appreciate you, boo. Like, yeah, Alexis Arguello. There you go. Yeah, man. Them fights him and Aaron Pryor had, man, them some dogs, boy. Them some dogs, man. Those are some good fights to watch. That's who it was, Alexis Arguello. The other dudes was definitely beasts too, though, but that was the more recent guy that I was watching. His fight and Aaron Pryor, them dudes was going at it. Aaron Pryor was really a dog for real, man. Them dudes had chins on them out of this world, man. Jack Dempsey versus George Carpentier. Okay. First fight was epic. I'm telling you, man. Man, love it. Ain't nothing like the sport. But again, if this is to happen, y'all, I hope it do. I do want to see Wilder and Joshua fight. Hope it is December. I would like to see the champ back in the ring. And I would like to see this fight. I think, look, it'll be a good fight, entertaining. But I think Wilder knocks him out. I've always thought that. Even after losses now, I definitely think that. I think Wilder I just don't see AJ having the defensive capability to avoid getting hit with a Wilder right hand. I don't see it, respectfully. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Think it'll be a good scrap. I'm not saying AJ can't have no success or he's some type of sucker or nothing like that. But I think Wilder is very athletic. I think he'd be much lighter on his feet than AJ. AJ is kind of heavy and plodding, with all that muscle. I think that'll be his downfall in a fight like that. I think Wilder will be able to like whip that jab out there and navigate these rounds until his right hand find a home. You get what I'm saying? AJ can punch, but I just don't You get what I'm saying? I don't fear for Wilder's punching him the way you get what I'm saying. His punching power is just not like a Wilder's. You get what I'm saying? And if Wilder shoot one of those right hands straight down the pipe with the limited head movement that Anthony Joshua has a tendency to display, I could see him getting caught and hurt. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying he can't be competitive or he won't be. I'm pretty sure he would, but I see Wilder getting him, man. That first fight was televised. That was the first televised fight, first $1 million gate. That's what's up, James. Tony is a hell of a fighter, too. Versus Body Snatcher Part 1 was a classic, absolutely. But both wars. Leonard wanted Hagler after that Mugabe war. That was crazy. Yeah, he's smart man. You know that Mugabe fight probably took something out of him, man. They was going to war, man. Oh, real fights. Yeah, well, man, be having fun with these joints, man. Started at flyweight, went all the way up to heavyweight to challenge Dempsey. That would never happen nowadays. No advisor promoter said as long as they got to attempt that. Hell no, that's crazy. That is wild, and you got some cojones on you for that. You got a set of cojones on you for that, bro. To just trip out like that, that's wild. That's wild, man. But that's impressive. Flyweight all the way to heavyweight, man. That's ridiculous, bro. Got his ass beat, but he tried. Right. Right, man. Right, man. But yeah, this is a fight that definitely need to happen, man. Especially when they start giving us posters and stuff, y'all. Y'all know I'll be wanting to see this stuff. I know it can't just be me. When you get a good old poster like that, and I can see it right now. And Wilder shoot that jab out there, that long whip jabbing Joshua, and then shoot one of them right hands down the pipe. Boom. I could see him putting him right on his back. I really could. I could see him trying to smile it off, get up, being hurt, and I could see Wilder finishing him. I'm dead serious. I really could. I don't think he knocks Wilder out. I think Wilder is battle tested. I think AJ would be a little hesitant to throw in there, same way he was with Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin went the distance. I don't think he got no better of a chin than Deontay Wilder, and he took some of his best shots and kept it pushing. I think the same would be said for Wilder if need be, and I do think he'll win, bro. I just do. I mean, I think he'll find that home for that right hand. Eddie Hearn still got $7 million for Charlo on his phone. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right, Eddie Hearn be tripping, bro. All he do is be selling his dreams, bro. He be trying to anyway. People ain't been buying, but he be trying to sell us them dreams. But yeah, he's saying December if AJ is the bid to win against Dillian White, which I expect him to. If he loses against Dillian White, man, he might be in some trouble. His career going to take a different type of hit if he loses this fight to Dillian White, bro. He better not lose this fight to Dillian White. It's going to be a wrap for him. That power going to scare AJ, in my opinion, going to be going backwards after he tastes it. I'm telling you, Mike, I agree. Oh, he's just going to be gun-shy, period, because of the potential of what he knows coming back. You got to think, you seen him hesitant against Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin ain't a knockout puncher, but he busted his nose up real good. Had AJ nose leaking early in that fight. He Derrick James' first loss in the professionals. He's lost before. Derrick James. He had other fighters that he's lost for, but for the majority of things, he's mostly successful. Because he's trained what was his name? Burley Brooks. I believe he's lost with that guy. He's lost with Marcus Brown before. Charlo, the one loss and the draw. I believe he's with Derrick James at that time of, I'm not mistaken. So yeah, he got some. Derrick James got some losses as a professional trainer for sure. But he just overall, he's way more successful than lose. You know what I mean? He's winning way more than he's losing for sure. But he got some losses. But sometimes it's like, you just know, like, put it like this: if you're special, it's gonna show with him. Yeah, he definitely avenged that loss and definitely avenged his draw too, and both by knockout. So, but the thing is, if you're special, Derrick James is gonna bring that out of you. You get what I'm saying? Some people just, like you had Marcus Brown doing very, very good against Better Beeve until Better Beeve turned up the heat on him. He was custom made for Wilder knockout, no head movement, and steps back in straight line. Wilder with the decapitate. I'm telling you, bro, head right off his shoulders. I think AJ might surprise against Wilder. I just think, just being overthinking, like what I've seen in his last fight, that gets him slept against Wilder. That overthinking that he be doing. I'm going to be looking for this next fight to see if he made any improvements under Derrick James, because I don't doubt, I think, Derrick James can put him in a very good position to be successful, but I just think with Wilder, it wouldn't even be on Derrick James. I just think Wilder is just a anomaly in terms of punching power and what he's able to do. I don't even think that right there wouldn't even be a matter of it being on Derrick James. It's just Wilder is just different. Wilder different. Yeah. JERMELL, he lost with Derrick James had Marcus Brown when he fought Better Beef. He lost that fight. I think he trained Burley Brooks for a little while. I think he's lost a fight with him as well. So Derrick James got some losses, quite a few, but nowhere near as many as successful as he's been. You know what I'm saying? So his wins definitely outshine the losses for sure, by miles. But it's not impossible, Ed, for AJ to surprise Wilder. It's not, though. But I'm just very optimistic from what I've seen. And then when you hear both guys speak, one thing about Wilder, he don't lack confidence. He's very confident. And I think that's what could be a deciding factor in the fight too, confidence. I think Wilder's confidence is at such a level that AJ himself even questioned, like, how is Wilder so confident? Like, he had no idea why Wilder was confident, like he is. He couldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But if I was Bernie Rap to fight dude, yeah, right. Fist grease there, man. He loves his boy Bernie. Yeah, Burley was robbed. Yeah, remember that fight? But yeah, Miss Joette, for the most part, he wins. I bet AJ can dance. He not fluid, right? Robotic. Well, robotic. He's stiff, Mike. Burley was robbed. Yeah, Burley. You seen? Hey, Bole, he got a good win. Burley Brooks beat Caleb Truax, bro, at 175 too, I believe, at light heavy. I didn't think Burley Brooks was gonna go way up there, bro. At 175, bro, he beat word up. He had a good fight. He beat Caleb Truax, I believe that was. The hands on Derrick James' defensive system, primarily blocking, parrying, taking small steps. I believe he got some success. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I just think what it is, right, is ultimately it's just AJ being a guy that doesn't move his head as much, right? And he's not the most fluid guy on his feet. Like, he's kind of heavy and plodding, right? I think with that being the case, that limits his ability to be able to get away from a Wilder right hand, in my opinion. And I think that's what it'd be ultimately a cost him. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, though. But it's still a fight I'd love to see. So hopefully we see it, man. And Boots, man, like I said before, I just wanted to say this real quick before we got her. Boots, I think, is the future of 147. I think after those two kings, both EJ and Bud, handle their business, I think 147 is Boots for the taking, man. It's going to be interesting to see the fights and the opportunities that he get once they're out of the division. I can't wait to see it. And as far as Monster Anyway and Cool Boy go, this fight is on its way. This fight is on a Tuesday, I believe. So it's this upcoming Tuesday. So we're gonna stay on that as well, man. This weekend, who the hell did we got fighting? Somebody I wanted to really see fight, man. I can't think of it right now. That's why it's a style for him, because he is most fluid. Right. AJ will have another panic attack as his fight gets closer, boy. I tell you, his nerves will be getting the best of him for sure. Yeah, but we got this top-ranked card, Keyshawn fighting Saturday, so we got that to look forward to. So, man, we're going to tune in. We're going to stay tuned. I got to go watch some of this Javelov dude, though. He 12-0, 12 knockouts, man. They saying he like one of the best heavyweights. I got to go watch some more of him, man. Got to. Got my homework for the night. But again, yeah, it's Cool Boy, man. We pulling for you. He said he ready to go to Japan. He ready to go take on Japan. So I'm ready to see it, man. Cool Boy, man. Take advantage of the moment, man, and go show them why you manifested this fight 3 years prior to this, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, we gonna enjoy it, man. That's some nice footwork. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch them, man. I'm gonna definitely go watch them. And as far as Tank and Ryan go, they continue to be a big deal because, you know, as time goes on, we hearing about the amount of money that these dudes raked in. And like Ryan Garcia said, man, he 30 M's, baby. So look, boxing is live and well, man. And we're gonna keep pushing and rolling. And I will be back tomorrow on a Good Friday at 4 o'clock, and we're gonna build some more, man. So right now I'm about to go check on baby girl and baby boy, make sure everybody's good. Appreciate you, man. All right, always will. Appreciate y'all, family. I use post to set up the rear hand. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out, and I got his name pulled up in my my search thing so I can remember to watch him. So I'm gonna go do some homework now. But man, appreciate you, Miss Joy. Yes, I'm gonna enjoy baby boy, but much love and appreciation to everybody in the super chat, Cash Ass, man. Y'all the real MVPs. Much love to the Just Do family. Another dope one as always, man. So with that, we gonna get up out of here, y'all. And we'll be back tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday. And we out, y'all. Peace.